pursuit.
In pursuit.
In pursuit.
In pursuit. In pursuit.
In pursuit.
In pursuit.
In pursuit.
In pursuit.
In pursuit.
In pursuit.
In pursuit.
In pursuit.
Welcome back, family. I'm your host, Alexis, joined as always by my brother in Christ, JP.
What up?
And you know in the back you got the big engine could.
Yes, sir.
Mister,
What's
there's
going
more.
on?
Mister, there's more to come.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, listen,
Always more.
I'm telling you, C4V4.
There it is.
Tap in with my brother. You know what I'm saying? He's
Appreciate that.
He's the one. He's the reason that everything can work the way that it does. We're very thankful for his time, his energy, his effort, and everything that continues to get better. It's just getting better, y'all. I'm just telling y'all. Y'all gonna see stuff come out, and y'all gonna be like, "Dang, he's still doing it. He getting even better." And then in season 2, y'all really not ready, right?
Yeah.
We got some stuff
Season
coming.
2. It's going to be a whole new pot of gumbo.
Come on now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Come on now.
Being here cooking.
Oh, yeah, whole new pot.
So man, I'm always thankful for people that come out and spend time with us, because for most people it's a trek. Last week's guest only lived like 20 minutes away, so it's not as bad for him. You know, he had a great episode. I think he didn't know what to expect, but it was funny when we got done. He was like, "Man,
Yeah.
y'all really prepped."
Yeah, bro.
Like,
he was
like
like, "Oh, y'all had them questions."
Yeah, y'all really prepped. I think that the thing I love about what we do here is we just are willing to go deeper in the question and have the conversation, because it's just long form. It's like, bro,
100%.
we're gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not comfortable talking about it, you'll let us know. If
That
you
part,
are, I'm gonna keep digging. I'm gonna go a little deeper on that layer, on that level. You know what I'm saying?
And it's funny, bro, because you ever seen where they got people on the pods like who be like, "Man, they didn't cut that out. I told them not to put that in there." It's like, "Oh, I didn't feel comfortable. I told them 3 times." You will never have that situation.
No, for sure.
We got checkpoints. You're gonna be on the phone with Lex. You're gonna come over.
Yeah.
We're gonna be like, "Okay,
Hey.
we can talk."
Yeah, I'll
Cool,
let you.
bet.
Well, yeah, before you come through, I'm like, "Hey, bro, look, this is how we get down."
Yeah.
And so just know when I put you on here, if I ask you a question, my executive producer has very clear instructions. The only time we're cutting anything out is if there's any blips, or we misstep something or something like that. But if
100%.
we just talking and we good, like it's not coming out to
the
it's
camera
not
gonna keep rolling.
It's gonna come. Yeah, it's gonna go on the
keep
air.
rolling.
Leave all that in there.
Yeah. Leave all that in
Leave
there.
all that in there.
Leave all that in
Put
there,
that
yeah.
Put that in the evidence block.
Yeah, leave it all in
Say
there.
keep all that.
Yeah.
No, bro. Oh no, I'm gonna introduce our guest, but you talk about evidence. I gotta bring up what I heard him talking about at lunch today, bro. bro, no, because I'm tied to spirituality and like what it makes me think about. But I got y'all. Let me introduce our guest. This is crazy because this episode was probably supposed to happen near the first 10 episodes.
Wow. Look at the Lord.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Hey,
Come on
you
now.
talking to my brother just now? He would not been impressed. Not been impressed. He was like, delete my episode, gang.
What is this?
Yeah, what is this?
Yes. No, my brother, he would have given us grace. But I think that what I love about this brother is like, he's always been so solid. Like, he was slow to speak. By the way, he's from the infamous Connect group, just so y'all know.
All right.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
crazy,
Hall
bro.
of
Bro,
That could go.
Hall of Fame.
Go, listen.
And I got some thoughts about that.
Yeah. Look, go Connect group. But yeah, I am excited to hear your thoughts about that. But just thinking about like how many connections were created through that Connect group. And I think that because we had Blake on here and he said it was important to be a networked Christian.
Facts.
This brother is a firm believer in that. What I love about this brother is his heart is so massive, and like he's so just kind, right? Where like y'all seen our gear, all of our gear is because of him.
Word.
Right? He was out at Easter. We was at church. He was handing out T-shirts. The He Got Up T-shirt. I know y'all seen that me wear that shirt before. I had a friend of mine who lost a loved one, and they wanted his portrait printed on a shirt. He got them all. He was like, "How many you need?"
Yeah.
Because I need at least this many. So we got like 10 shirts for them to be able to do a celebration of life. Like this man, like I said, heart as big as the ocean. And he's like, "Bro, I don't want no money for it because that's not even my business. My business is over here. I like making shirts. I like doing things for people." A businessman of all kind of things. He's been in tech. He's had his hands in cigars. He's been an entrepreneur. Sold a company up back where he's from, up in the Northeast. I think it's Indianapolis area. He'll correct me when he gets on here. But just I love that no matter the things that he's been through, no matter the times that he's been through, he's always kept it solid. Businessman, but man of God first, kept it all about Jesus. And I remember when he would be on there and he would say things, and I'm like, man, I'm just listening, because at that time, people don't even know I'm struggling for my marriage. I'm struggling for my life at that point. And so anytime somebody got nuggets, I'm like, oh yeah, what else, bro? Tell me more. Say more.
Let me know,
please. And he always showing up consistently there, Stag, other events like that. And so I'm very honored to have him as a guest today. Without further ado, Mr. Austin Burris.
I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
coming through, brother.
Long overdue.
Welcome. Yeah, for sure, man. I think it was funny because it was like, well, we gotta talk about, kind of some of the things that happened. Like, you was having some health challenges, right? And so,
I mean, I was having health challenges, but I really said I had a pride issue. Because everything I had, every health issue I had was due to it being a pride issue.
Yeah, bring the mic closer to you.
Yeah, sure.
There you go. We're good. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, every issue I had was a pride issue.
Okay.
Between my weight, it was always a pride issue. Being, I can lose it any time. I can do this. I feel invincible because you're a young guy, whatever else, and then all of a sudden it's too late, and it's like, all right, I'm ballooned and I'm out of shape, and I'm no longer the athlete I used to be. You see, right. People make these videos right now. I'm not the athlete I used to be. I'm for sure not. Well, like I had eye issues. Well, but the problem is, I saw that coming a year before that ever happened. I just didn't want to deal with it.
Oh wow!
Because I just had pride. I'm like, I'm out here living my life, doing whatever I want to do. I don't need to deal with this right now. And then all of a sudden, I can't see.
Got it.
And like, that's what, like, I always like try to, because there's always a reason behind everything you do.
Yeah.
Every issue you have. And so for me, I've got to a point where I can reflect on it either through therapy or just reflection in life. And it's like, okay, there was some issues there that I didn't address otherwise.
And that's crazy, because I'm gonna tie into that. There's so many people that would never admit what you just said, 100%. But they deal with that.
1,000%.
You know what I'm saying?
You hear me?
Yeah.
That's so big of you that they deal with it, especially in faith.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk about the importance of lowering your ego, men, right? Lowering your ego and humbling yourself to get the help that you need, or to have a brother that could let you know, hey, brother, I think you're out of bounds right now. I think you need to, tighten this up over here. I think you need to change
some
this.
changes. Yeah.
I mean, like, I feel like life, especially as a Christian man, is all about stewardship. It's about how you steward your life to glorify God. And so doing that and making sure that God gets the glory, you have to humble yourself that way. Like, and I feel like anything you're doing that, in your life that has to, like, okay, for me, how I changed my life and changed my health was simple. I got to a point where I'm like, I'm not taking care of the body that God gave me.
Right.
And that looks a bunch of different ways. And when I started looking at it from an aspect of not just me trying to get in shape to look good or feel good or whatever else, but it's like, like my workout is my worship.
100%. That part.
Whatever else. It's like, okay,
Come on, bro. Hold on, man.
It's too early for that, bro. You gotta chill.
Come on, bro.
And like, we've all been athletes. I know you guys have talked about it. Like, you guys playing football. I'll play football too. Like, you get out there, you trying to be hyped. You listen to crap that you shouldn't be listening to because it gets you hyped. And I've been there too. Like, but man, the best workouts I ever had been listening to worship.
Worship music.
100%.
Hey,
100%.
Hey, listen, trap Christian, baby. You get that Christian hip hop. I'll be in there.
Oh, even
like
just
real worship,
real praise and
worship.
No, I get
I
you.
Stopped the workout before because I've been like, all right,
bust them down.
here.
Yeah,
like,
bust them down.
What's
Yeah.
going on here?
Hey,
That's
that's
what's up.
them Ken spirituals get in there.
Yeah.
You like,
Bro, it's I don't know what it is, bro. Like, just listening in the gym, bro. It's like, it just intensified the work, bro. You just be in that
something about the name
You
Jesus.
forget it's people around you, bro. Like,
There's a church in D.C. or outside of D.C. called First Baptist Church, Glen Arden. John Jenkins is the pastor. Anthony Brown is their ministry music.
Mm-hmm.
They got a worship medley that I've listened to so many times.
oh, you had to share that.
But I have cried.
Yeah.
Like,
Word.
intense
Like,
tears.
every time.
Like, let me get off here because you think there's sweat on the machine, that is tears. Like, when people come in and check it on you, like, are you all right, brother? I'm like,
Yeah, I'm
I'm all right.
No, I'm not okay.
Real tears.
Like I go sit in the sauna, I got my towel over my head. I'm like,
Bro, that's real,
like
bro.
when the song like really hit,
fact.
like Marvin's. I've never been a huge fan, but I like his music. But the first time I heard My Testimony and heard it, like I was like, okay, no, this is really my testimony in here.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah. No,
That's
we
a
let it worship. You know, we not nobody perfect. You know.
Yeah, man.
Pray for Marvin's side. You know what I'm saying? That's
Hey. Okay. Since we on this.
Go
Since
there.
we're on this,
Go
right? No. Since we're on this. I didn't know that brother was a preacher.
yeah.
I didn't either.
I didn't know he was a
I didn't
bishop.
either.
Yeah.
Well, bishop is a very vague term.
Yeah.
That's
Cause
loose.
I'm like, I done seen a couple of
Yeah,
people be a
depending
bishop.
on what denomination you are, depending on what church you went to, bishop is a very vague term.
Yeah. I think this is the thing. When you are the lead worship pastor, that's what you are. When you are called to steward over the worship of a church, you are somebody who is holding
Some keys.
such a precious role. And so it's vital who you choose. People will call them bishops. People will call them pastors. It's vital who you choose because who you choose is specifically anointed to set the atmosphere for the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
Because I think the thing that one time it hit us in our face, and I heard a pastor say this. Someone was like, well, how was worship? And he was like, well, I don't know. You'd have to ask God. Because it's not about us in those moments. Like we found ourselves sometimes where there's a newer song and people are around us kind of like weird and like awkward at church. And it's like, bro, if you don't get up and jump up and down and scream, like you go to the
Too many
couch.
people view worship as a performance.
Man.
It's not.
I don't know.
Like,
I don't even know how to-
like,
Listen, which button?
There's so many
people on
options.
stage and they're glorifying God and whatnot, but you ain't clapping for their performance.
Right.
You're clapping as a symbol to praise God.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
He gave you the tools. He gave you a voice box. He gave you the ability
I ain't gonna lie.
create percussion.
I've been on the pod, bro. I'll tell you this, is that I was definitely that dude like, all right, I'm trying to catch the beat. But then after a while, I was like, I don't care what y'all saying.
Yeah.
No, that's a fact.
I'm free. I'm singing my own song over here. You
I'm
feel
not
me?
real talk.
Social threw me off. Like I mentioned before we started, like I'm from a church, 150 years old black church.
Hold on. Say it one more time. Come closer.
150 years old.
150 years old. And then
Like
you said
4 or 5
how old?
churches
How
there.
old?
Yeah.
How old was
My church somewhere 120, 130 years old.
Man, that's some seasoning. That's a pot that's been seasoned over and over and over.
Yeah, bro.
Like social did like that social's worship experience was not for me when I first, and even though like I was a youth leader, I've been to so many different churches and been in so many different experiences. Like when we used to go to chapel when I was in college, and twice a week was a requirement.
Yeah.
And it was guitar led worship. It wasn't for me.
Right.
So I get the social, and then it's all contemporary Christian. I'm saying like, all right, I'm here for the sermon. This is part of it for me. I'm like, they singing songs. Everybody knows it. I ain't never heard it.
I ain't never heard it. I'm about to tell you.
I be like, bro, like where y'all heard this song at? Like
Right,
how
What
everybody
radio?
know this?
Bro, listen.
And they
Here.
look at you, and they look at you like, how have you not heard this? I'm like, who is this?
Yeah, that part.
Yeah.
Nah, that's
Who
a
is it?
fact.
And I think I'm
elevation worship. I'm like,
who?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of like still like that though, bro. It's like
Yeah.
when I go to church, I gotta go back and be like, okay, what was that song?
Yeah.
Like I got an ear for music. I love music.
Yeah.
So when I hear music, like I tell you what, I gave my life to Christ in a church because of the music.
Nah, that was my connection as a kid, like growing up.
Yeah.
Like I used to sit right next to the drums. Like
Yeah.
like
But
that was,
the styles are a lot different.
Yes.
So I've been in a Baptist.
Yeah.
I've been in a Baptist church. Like
100%.
the first church Kaylee and I like really seriously went to with Kalia was in Sacramento, a Southern Baptist church. She was the only white person in the church. type of energy, right?
Yeah.
And then you go and you switch to a different, because their worship, they getting down, they in the keys.
Yeah,
bro.
If it ain't no fan of tambourine, y'all doing it wrong.
Like we don't even need words.
That part.
Like, is Auntie about to pass out?
Yeah.
That's what I need to know. Like
after a while, we stopped singing. Like the music just started talking.
That part. Hey, them keys get to going.
Yeah, like, I remember the first time I was at social and Chandler was up there doing this thing, whatever else. And I was like, I'm familiar, whatever. I sent some back to the church at home. They're like, Maverick who? I'm like,
yeah.
I mean, they're on a whole tour of Kirk. Oh, I know Kirk Franklin. You bet them white guys who work for Kirk Franklin. I was like, really? That's y'all reference point?
Yeah, that's y'all reference point. Point.
And you don't have all the instruments, like I know we have the organ, the piano.
I think,
bass
honestly, bro, I think that's
right. Exactly.
Yeah, that's what makes it good. Like just like hearing all those different tunes.
Yes,
like
saxophone.
hearing those tunes. It's just something that like I've sat in those churches and you just sitting and just those sounds coming up from that flow, hitting in your spirit. You just
like the organ is dying here, but like I'm from a choir church, the praise team. What?
Yeah. Hey, you can't make praise team.
Bro, we used to travel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, that's crazy, man. I think it's such an interesting thing because it just speaks to like I think that the challenge with it is that in Christianity, people like want to criticize the other thing. Like, think about it. How many different foods are you willing to go and experience?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You go and experience any type of food. You got all type of stuff. You got Italian, you got, Mexican food, you got soul food, you got American food, you got Chinese, you got all these different things. I don't even remember what we had for lunch today, but it's like you got all these different things that you'll go and you'll experience. You're willing to do that and you're willing to do it with like an open mind and an open heart, but like there's different styles that people are worshiping Jesus with, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're all supposed to be giving more honor and giving more glory to Jesus, right?
100%.
Why not be like, I've never done that before, but that's really tight because that's how y'all get down. Show me a little more about that. Same thing you would do with food. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and I enjoy the lyrics to the songs of like the contemporary songs that like social does like in worship and stuff like that. I love the lyrics, like, and that the melody, it catches on, but honestly, like it just be more so of the lyrics within themselves.
It's easier to remember.
Yeah,
sometimes I feel like.
I think it's important to like I said, in those moments, be like, hey, I know this ain't about me, this about Jesus. Because it's like sometimes where there was a song, I don't remember which song they did. And one time we was sitting in there, even my wife, my wife and I, we were looking at each other like, all right. And then in there, I felt it in my spirit, and then she felt it in her spirit, and then like boom, because you guys know how we get down in our worship. Like I'll be in the front, you know what I'm saying? I'll be doing my thing.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. They've been playing this little video clip at social every Sunday, and you in it. And I'd be like, "That's my dog."
So last week I was like, "There you go."
Yeah, there you go.
That's a fact,
man. No, yeah, because it's. I mean, we just decided, and I love that it has like translated to our kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got photos of like Kalia and Beckham both, on their face, or we got videos of us all jumping up and down and just like and really like enjoying. We do it here. You know what I'm saying? Whenever it's all right, man, it's off in here. Let's have a worship night. Come on. Yeah. I turn on some worship music and we in here turning up. You know what I'm saying?
And
like
that's a beautiful
that's
thing.
awesome. That's cool, bro.
Like a lot of people that never get to experience it just in their relationship alone.
Yeah.
Forget with their kids.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, I'm thankful for sure, man. I think that it's something that, I wouldn't know Jesus the way that I do without my wife. But I think, since I decided to be a man, when we were talking about this, that it was important that men be men. Now, since I decided to be a man and really lead my house, what a different trajectory in the direction that the ship has been going and what it has turned into. And yeah, to watch kids, because kids don't do what you say, they do what you do.
Mm-hmm.
That part.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? And so,
especially the older they get.
Yeah, what? Yeah. I got a teenager now, but you gotta, because like you think when they're young, they ask why. You're like, okay, well maybe at some point they'll start. No,
the teenager they just assume
14. Why? All right, bro. Look, this why. Because boom.
Yeah, because the difference is a little kid asks to understand.
Right.
An older kid already understands.
That part. They sometimes a lot of kids ask just for permission
Right.
to
Facts.
figure it out.
Right.
Yeah, facts. That's crazy. See, I gotta go to this reference, and I want everybody to weigh in on this. This is crazy. So,
Okay, I got scripture for you though. On the
please
point.
go ahead. Yes.
Talking about opinions and talking about like, well, this ain't for me and that ain't for me. This style ain't for me, and like being harsh to judge it.
Yeah.
Paul talks about this in Romans 14. As for the one who is weak in faith, welcome him, but do not quarrel over opinions.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's it.
Close the book.
That's all you need. That's all you
literally-
need. That's it. That's it.
Yes,
Like,
sir.
and I think that's just important, like, because we do got a lot of Christians out here who just like, that ain't no real church because it ain't this way. And I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
bro. You
Yeah, I
missing out
think
on
that
a
well,
lot of
that's
blessings.
the crazy thing that happens with denomination. Like there's a Christian hip hop song. He said nowadays I think denomination is synonymous with gang, and he's from like Northern California where dudes are like really in gangs, but it's like,
Yeah.
And then he's like, hold up, ain't we supposed to worship Jesus' name? Like it's like,
Yes.
bro, like I don't care, bro, that like what color your skin is. I don't care that you say you a Baptist. I don't care that you say you Tojic. I don't care that you say you Pentecost. Like I don't care about any of that.
Who's at the center?
Do you love Christ?
Yep.
Can we talk about how much we all love Christ? But I got some scriptures for you because I finished Isaiah. I got some
Oh,
scriptures
you
for
did?
you. But I got some
You
scriptures
was
for you.
going through that thing.
But I'm telling you.
Walked it through. Didn't
I
he?
mean,
Walked
walking
it through.
Bro, I told you we was gonna do this whole I told you we was gonna do these prophets, man. Like now I'm in Jeremiah. I'm excited about that too. But I got some stuff for y'all because you think you know about Jesus and you think you know how. I don't think people realize how gangster Jesus is. I'm gonna just say that. I'm gonna come back to that. I gotta talk about this. So y'all know, JP used to be a police officer, right?
For sure.
And so people when they see the police officer, they try to slow down when they see the police officer. Right? Like people be wilding out, right? And they be
for
driving,
sure.
and they're like, "Oh, stop, police officer!" And then
Yeah.
you hit your brakes,
Slow, just
and then
slow,
when you
slow.
hit your brakes, he talked about it how the hood of your car it dipped
Like,
real
just
far down, and you
literally.
can see it, right? But this is what's crazy, and you know what it reminded me of, because police officers are in this position. I'm not calling police officers God, but I'm saying it's like you think. Now people that know me from the church, or that now that things, I could get in trouble. Boom, let me tighten up. Let me stop doing what I was doing. You was walking in sin, or you were speeding.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, now I'm gonna correct myself. Wait a second.
Yeah.
But little do you know, you can't hide from God. You can't hide from the police. He was like, oh no, we got a thing on the back of the squad car that'll clock you,
Word.
bro.
It'll get you way before you see me, bro.
So
The radar get you
Think
way
about
before,
that.
like,
think
get you way
about
before you see me.
think about how that works with your sin, and think about how that works. Like you it's gonna catch you. You know what I'm saying? Like clocked, already clocked. You done. It's over with. You can't, and you gotta repent for that. You know what I'm saying? Or it gets worse. Like that. I feel like so many people are just and I heard, and I didn't finish his sermon yet, but Philip Anthony Mitchell, when he was praying in the beginning, like it was intense prayer. When he was praying, he was like, we're and it talks about it in Isaiah too, but we're in adultery with the culture.
Hey.
As the bride of Christ, we are in adultery with the culture. There's so much that you would rather be involved with the culture than be involved with Christ.
That was a good one too. Like
That's-
he was
I
talking.
didn't get to finish
bro.
it yet.
Which one is that one? That's
This,
latest.
that's
the
this
newest
last
one,
one
yeah.
from this past Sunday. Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I gotta start tapping in more on sermons.
bro.
Bro.
Man, sermons, like that's my thing. I
Man.
love to watch sermons.
Sermons,
Yeah,
bro.
all throughout the week. Like
all throughout
frankly,
the week.
I wish more churches also posted their worship, and I get it. It's a lot of video to post,
Mm.
but like you ever get like come out of church and be like, all right, that worship experience was great. I would let it relive that, and you're like, oh, you're just posted a sermon. Come on, now.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah.
And
No, yeah, 2819 does
2819, they'll actually post
The
the
whole
whole
thing,
worship
yeah.
in a separate video from the sermon. They started. I saw that they started doing that, and it actually be really dope because like sometimes you be wanting to remember the song.
Well, why
or like
why was Philip Anthony Mitchell like all emotional before
What
I was just
Right.
Yeah,
And that's gonna be real helpful with him because like I saw somebody joke the other day talking about I can't tell which sermon this is because you're just trying to tell them to be all the black shirts.
yeah.
yeah, for
Like
sure.
I looked at like I love watching OTD sermons. Well, I can tell. I know that suit. All right, let me go here. Whatever. Okay. Black shirt. Shirt.
Yeah.
Shirt.
No type of none, bro.
It's like
Straight
you basically just trying to pay attention. What's Jordan's he got on? Okay, that worked.
Yeah, that part.
You really be having to pay attention to what episode that really is, or like what scriptures, where you was at.
Yeah, man, and that's the thing too. Like who you receive from as theologians, I don't think that's always the end all be all, right? But I do think that like there are probably certain theologians for every person that speak to you different.
100%.
Like me and my wife both love the Lord. Me and my wife both love listening to sermons. Me and my wife both love certain things. And not just because of race, but Landon Shaw is going to speak to my wife better than Philip Anthony Mitchell does.
Yeah.
Because Philip Anthony Mitchell is like they both are like in your face preachers, right? Landon is not as intense as Philip Anthony Mitchell, right?
Yeah. Sometimes.
No, okay, I'm gonna say this. No. I'm gonna say this. And I think the difference is this. That Philip Anthony Mitchell is just straight all just force raw. Like that's it. I think the reason why, knowing Kaylee, the reason why she likes Landon is because bro was the, I'm gonna tell you what it is.
I feel like I know where you're going with
Bro was the kid that when they tried to roast him, he's like, but actually. and hit him up, bro. Like he's a scholar, bro. Like he's a scholar.
So much.
So when he hits you with something, it's like, that's irrefutable.
Bro.
No, that's
so much bread.
That's
Like
irrefutable.
go listen to some of his sermons, fam.
Yeah.
Like right now they're going through the 10 Commandments.
really.
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go tap in.
Bro, they're so fire.
That adultery one had me in there like
In a chokehold, bro. Like
Dang.
you in there like, dang, like what? And
I'm gonna have to go.
and then he'll go through and he'll like, what's crazy is like, he'll hit you with 5 points, five. And then he'll go through a couple more scriptures and then hit you five more points, five.
and it's all very, and it's crazy, bro, because I think that's hard to do.
Yes.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, like, even with Pastor Robert, sometimes I'll be like, okay, I didn't get that one.
Yeah, I'm like lost a little
I'm
bit.
a little lost a
sometimes.
little bit.
Yeah.
But with Landon, he breaks it down so well, and it's like, dang, bro, like I didn't even think like the Bible could be pointed like that.
Yes,
like pointed like that.
And that's what I love that about him and Philip Anthony Mitchell, and that's why they get me so much. And then like when I listen to Miles Monroe, the same thing. Like it'd be the breakdowns. Like I'd be like, bro, like.
You read the same word I'm reading.
Yes, bro. Like your interpret, bro. Like, and it just to me it amazes me. Like just trying to think about like just think the level of thinking of God Himself.
Yeah.
Like to think that, bro. Like you can read this like and break this down like this and just think that, bro.
Well, I think it's like one thing that's different is once you are not just a experience, but you're also to a level of education in like, and I think Pastor Robert's getting better at that because he's getting his master's divinity. Like. Because you go through exegetical studies and you understand that there are like 5 different concepts to break down scriptures.
Yeah. 100%.
Because then, I mean, we've all seen, like, you can see literally 12 preachers read from the exact same phrase, passage of scripture and have completely different
sermons. Yep.
It's because they learn how to break it down differently, and then just also application because that's a whole different ball game as well.
I remember when I was buying commentaries and things like that, just to like build my library to get those different points of views. And like, okay, well, this is what I got. What did y'all get? I'm like, I think I'm at that stage now where it's like I used to be like, okay, as soon as I'm done reading the word, I have to read the commentary. Now I'm like, I don't need that. I'm gonna write out what I think first, and I might summarize a whole chapter. And be like, all right, cool. And I might break it down this part of a chapter. It just depends on what I'm feeling like.
Bro, I think it's such a beautiful thing when you start to just like, I think little R, right? Because big R revelation is what all the writers of the scripture got, right? But little R revelation, when you start to really receive from the word and you start to tie together, like, bro, I'm gonna go into. We gotta talk about Austin. But like, when I realized like what Revelation was talking about and tied it from Isaiah to I was like, yo,
pop,
like, oh my gosh, like that's crazy because this is what it said about him in here. but it say this over here. So if you,
Yeah, and it's because I'm gonna tell you right now, like real talk, bro. I don't think I realized that like how connected the Bible really is.
Man.
Like when you sent me that graphic, like the graphic of
all
the
the-
rain,
of
yeah,
all
like
the
all
things,
like you know of
man.
all the things, and it's just like okay, cool, but like the graphic don't do it justice sometimes.
Bro,
like
when
you
you
gotta
read-
like when you read it,
Right. And that, but that's the commentary you talking about because
Yes.
every time you read something, it's going to give you, oh, here's these reference points right here.
Yup.
Take you back here and back and forth. And then, like, if you get to a point where, like, I was a ministry student, so you start doing Greek and Hebrew and really breaking it down
Bro,
that way.
what?
Then it's like, oh, yeah, this is, like, we had to say Greek.
Right.
Like, I always laugh because, like, people are like, oh, yeah, I took French, I took Spanish. I'm like, yeah, I took Greek in college. Like, Greek.
Greek, what?
yeah. Hey, where you use that at?
Exactly.
That part.
And it's not just Greek, biblical Greek. So, like,
Yeah.
like people, you know, you get people like Divine Nine Greek, but like, oh yeah, you know, did that? Like, I don't know, no part of that.
Yeah.
no part.
Hey,
Like, I got
you got
Greek,
that on water.
biblical Greek.
Yeah,
You got that one.
bro. Like I got what Yeshua was talking about, man. Like I think it's so crazy because that's the other thing that's crazy about it. It's spread over all the years that it's spread over.
Yup.
It's 40 different authors.
Message don't change.
There are 40 different authors,
Right.
3 different languages, right? You talking about, and then all of the different perspectives and points of views and the things that everybody is like.
And that's just in the canon Bible 66 we got.
That part.
Because there's all these other books as well.
Yeah.
And you know, I think what's funny about that is like when I see like the boy Wes Huff, sometimes he'll dibble and dabble in like a book that's not canon. And he'd be like, okay, the reason why this is not canon is just because of this one simple part.
Yeah.
But the rest of it,
I mean,
spot on.
when I came to the church, we had books that aren't canon now that were canon then.
Yeah.
Maccabees was canon. Tobit was canon.
Crazy.
Like if you go to, I went to a Catholic high school. They got 2 or 3 books that are canon that aren't in the Protestant.
Like the Ethiopian Bible. Like
Yeah.
that blows my mind. When I see them books, I be like, y'all got how many books? I don't think. Let me finish these over here. Then I'm gonna come rock with you.
We're gonna need 66 over
Yeah,
here,
let
right
me look
quick.
at these 66 first.
I think you can dig so much deeper, but that's the crazy part about it. You're like, look, listen, there's so many of these other books. You could dig so deep, but how many people haven't even finished the 66?
Yeah.
Yeah,
66.
and I
How many
think
people
that's
finished
it.
One.
Yeah.
Yeah, real talk. That's real talk.
Yeah. Miles Monroe actually talked about that in one of his sermons. He like that was one of the things that he said. He's like, it's crazy. Like people be Christians for 20, 30, 40 years and have never read the Bible in its totality.
Bro, you want a word? You want a word?
Crazy.
You want a word from God? It's 66 books in this thing.
But real talk,
It's a lot of words in this
Right.
thing.
Which I love. One thing I love about Philip Mitchell, or I love about Pastor, they always like, hey, read it when you get home. Like,
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
take my
Don't
word.
take
Read
my
this.
word.
Like, people don't read the
Yes.
Bible; they read passages.
that part.
They read the words on the screen on Sunday. They don't read like the Bible,
Which one? I don't know.
which is crazy because you get to a point and people get really divisive. Like you talked about people who in and out of different churches, but also you encounter somebody who is unchurched or someone who is of a different faith, and they're trying to challenge you on your faith, and they know your Bible better than you do.
That part, and that's the scary part. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
And you getting lit up with
Like Philip Mitchell, all these Hebrew Israelites, every one of them knows the Bible front and back because they go, hey,
Yeah. Well,
they
here
tryna-
is such and such, blah, blah, blah.
Well,
You
they-
said,
so
like,
they'll- so they'll
you can't
peel-
even fight them on it.
They'll peel scripture out of context. I think that the thing that I loved about Philip Anthony Mitchell that I learned a lot about the Bible because of some of the things that he said. But what I learned in particular is every scripture or everything that's ever written is written and it's trapped in a context.
100%.
And if you don't have context for the content, you're missing a part of whatever's going on. Like when in Matthew 5, and I go to this scripture all the time, but 5:13 through 16, when he's talking about salt and light, he's not talking about salt that you put on your rice or you put on your stuff. Like he's talking about the salt that they would use to preserve items inside of you. Would
straight
pack everything
from the
with-
Galilee.
Yeah, you
That
would
part.
you would pack things with salt as a preservative because they didn't have refrigerators. Like that's what he means. Like our job is to prevent things from decaying, marriages and children and all of these different things. He's expecting you to go and be the salt in that place so that we don't have a broken society. That's the part people miss the context. So then these people that are the Black Hebrew Israelites, they'll give you one little scripture and one little
and think
thing.
they going crazy.
They going crazy.
Well, and sometimes they think of it, and sometimes they don't even think because people use scripture out of context on purpose.
yes.
all the time.
All the time.
100%.
I mean,
Yes.
it goes. I mean, and not just our scripture. I mean, any
Anything.
faith scripture,
Yep.
they take it out of context all the time. I mean, almost every war has a faith background to it.
Everyone.
I mean, race war, everything goes has a, and that causes all kinds of division. But people use it out of context all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
whether they believe it or not.
And you know, it's crazy because I think I've had my first. I think I mentioned this on a pod, last pod, or maybe a pod before that, of like a long time. Like I say, he became my uncle.
Mhm.
Like, bro, caught my hair from when I first got up here all the way until I was in college, pretty much. And like he just posted on the story about like a dude like pretty much saying like this is what Christians got wrong, and I'm like, okay,
Oh, one of those Black Hebrew Israelites. This.
Yeah,
Here you
Hebrew
go.
Israelite.
Here you go. Here's one of the. Here's why the Christians are wrong.
Yeah, and I so I messaged him like, yo, and I sent him a night. I ain't gonna lie, I felt like Paul writing that letter. I was like, this is why. Like this is theology. Like this is theology. Like this is scripture.
Yeah.
Go read
This.
this. Like
That's a fact.
what he's talking about.
Diggy,
Full of
but diggy.
just I don't know. And the thing is like that's what scares me. It's just like, yo, like this it has that answer.
Yeah.
But it's just that pride that some people have that just like you don't like they don't want to hear it because it doesn't fit in their bubble. It doesn't fit in their culture. It doesn't fit in how they live.
Yeah.
Well, like, and it's
Or
a lot of people
laziness.
that's so closed
Exactly.
off.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
And
they're
that.
not open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
why I asked Diggy, because it's like, yeah, I can tell you, but are you actually going to
Don't
listen?
do it.
Or
And
are
that's
you
the
gonna
thing
hear
too.
me?
And like he had a question. He was like, but and it all started because of he's like, well, why don't we don't cleanly eat? And I'm like, okay, hold up. Scripture. Like even the whole cleanly eat thing, that wasn't really a commandment. That was for that people because he needed them to be separated. And then to go back and be like, hey, we need to go back to that. Okay, but do you know what else that came with that? Like
Right.
constant sacrifice of animals.
Right.
Constant, like, you have sex with a woman, immorality, like, you're banished, stoned, done. Like, and I'm like, bro, like, I had to, like, break it down. So I was like, yo, like, if you want to go live by that law, bro, you're gonna fail.
Right.
Like, you're gonna
Every time.
fail, bro, every time. Like, it's not meant for us. Like, that was a rule book, and it says, like, it never led anybody to being saved.
Right.
And in scripture. And guess what? They got the same Bible we do.
Right.
And just completely missed that part.
But the problem is a lot of people. Well, first of all, a lot of people quote cliches that have no scriptural background.
Yeah.
Yes.
People
That
take
part.
things out of context all the time,
That part.
and then there's just I'm trying to think what the best way to put it. Now I lost the thought. It'll come back to me.
Go ahead. No, but I think that's literally it, bro. It's just the
Yeah.
fact of like it blows my mind because sometimes, bro, I listen to that video and like I was like, I don't know, because I have keep on again. The only reason why I even sent him those paragraphs
I know what it was.
is because like we have a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
He know I'm not the type of brother that this man seen me grow up. Like I'm not the type of brother to sit up here and you're going to hell. No,
Right.
that's not me.
Facts.
Before you send a paragraph to anybody, viewers, you need to have that relationship.
Right.
And we talk about that all the time. Like
For sure.
I
I
hit
agree.
him up on that is because like, okay, I can have a dialogue with you.
Right.
One. Two, I'm about to make sure I say this gently and I'm not coming at you with the whole hell first, grace later.
Yeah, you wrong, such and such,
yeah,
blah,
like,
blah, blah,
like
such and
just
such,
straight
like-
up just
Like, it ain't combative. It's not
None of that.
argumentative. It's such like that's what I was gonna say. Like, because I don't know what pastor. It might have been Pastor Robert, but it's something like it's not our job to argue with people about it. It's our job to use our life to be a testimony so that people can see God's goodness and then seek out seek out faith of their own.
Part.
That's fine.
That part.
Matthew 15:11 talks about that. Just so you know, it says, "It is not what goes into your mouth that defiles you. You are defiled by the words that come out of your mouth."
Exactly.
So you talking about food? Like,
Yeah, bro. Like, it just blew my mind, bro. And it honestly, bro, it hurt my heart to see that. Like, and I'm gonna put us on the spot. Like, us as black people, bro. Like, we let what we quote unquote say for the people who still haven't grown in their faith. Oh, white people, we hate them, and it's like, bro, like you still letting that, which was proved was a misconception of the Bible years ago.
Yeah.
Like years ago.
Yeah.
And you're neglecting all of the spiritual like essence of Christ in Africa that was there before they came on the boats.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I got it. Well, good brother, love him to death. He is a pro-black.
Yes.
100%. That white man's religion, all that.
Yeah,
that's him
like,
all the way through and through.
But I wonder, like, how can we call Christianity the religion that's based on Christ in Arabic, man?
Literally.
How can that?
An Arabic man who considered himself a Jew.
Yeah.
Yet we consider ourselves Christians.
Yeah.
But shouldn't we consider ourselves Jews?
That part. Like there's the thing that you can, because people will be like, well, how can you not be Jewish? Well, he said there's no longer Jew nor Gentile, Jew nor Gentile, male nor female, right? So we're all made one through Christ,
right?
And so we are Christians because 100%. Of Christ.
Yes,
I've always said, like, people are like, oh, I go to United Methodist Church. I go to United Methodist Church at home.
Yeah,
I'm not United Methodist.
Yes,
I'm just a Christian.
Yes, I'm just a Christian.
That part. Part.
If any time you're a blank Christian, blank is an idol.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm not a black Christian. I am a Christian man who happens to be black.
Yeah. God formed in the moon and said, hey, bro, we just need you to be a little bit darker.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's got a nice tan.
That's all it is.
And that's what blows me, bro, is like, again, like it hurts my heart to see that, like, bro, and it says in the Bible, like, my people fail due to the lack of knowledge. Right. Like, just the lack of just reading.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
No pun intended.
I'm a proud black man, but like that's not
100%.
That's not who I am.
Yeah. Like, bro, when it come down to racial injustice, brother, I'm gonna be the first one stepping on that street. Hey, man, what do you do though? But it's sad. But guess what?
Yeah, what happened though?
Us as people sometimes don't even want to ask, what did they do though?
No, yeah, well, that's my thing.
It's got to be like, we all young, some younger than others, but but look here, we all be on social media and see free so and so.
Yeah,
like, what they do?
What did they do? Hey, what did so and so do?
What did they do? Like, you ain't about to free so and so.
Yeah.
Well, then they killed 2 people. they robbed somebody. Yeah. Lock them up. Matter of fact, give them 5 more years.
Yeah, that part. Like, I never understood that. Like, I'd be like sitting there like, bro, okay, I get it. There's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I love my community. There's nothing wrong in saying, hey, man, Alexis is black, I'm black. We have a common ground. That's what culture is. God didn't just be like, okay, no culture. If it was up to him, like, bro, we would all have a kingdom culture. That's great, right? But we're all different because of the simple fact of, like, we always have somebody to say, hey, they get it.
Mm-hmm.
That builds community. Like, they get it.
Yeah, for sure.
But when they get it, and I'm only gonna rock with them because they get it, becomes the normal. Like,
did Jesus not? Go ahead.
Oh, and I was just about to say, like, bro, like Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 8. Don't be surprised if you see a poor person being oppressed by the powerful, and if justice is being miscarried throughout the land. For every official is under orders from higher up, and matters of justice get lost in red tape and bureaucracy.
Yeah.
That's what the Bible says.
That's the Bible says. Also, think about this. Like, the example was Christ when he walked through the earth. Who was the most despised by the Jewish people, those that worked for the Roman government at the time, the tax collectors and the other people that were doing stuff for the Roman government. Who was one of the disciples? Matthew. Matthew was a tax collector.
Yeah.
That is literally the exact opposite of what we do when it's like black versus white or brown versus white or brown versus yellow or whatever. Like, it don't matter where you're from, but like when you start pitting God's children, and you always have a hard time with this, God's image bearers, because not everybody has chosen to be a child of God.
True.
When you start pitting God's image bearers against one another, that is the exact opposite of what he wanted. And mind you, he didn't create hell. I've been studying a lot lately, y'all, so y'all gotta go with me here. But he didn't create hell for people to end up there. No, he created hell because of Lucifer and all the fallen angels needed somewhere to go to be eternally extinguished and punished. And Lucifer understands that's where I'm going at some point. Yeah. So I'm about to take as many people with me as I can. That's the how do I do that? How do I do that? Lucifer doesn't need you to worship him. He just needs you to not worship God. What's going on, family? If you're seeing this right now or you're hearing this right now, you're about a quarter of the way through the episode. First and foremost, thank you for being with us up until this point. We do appreciate it. Keep on listening because it's only going to get deeper from here. What we would love for you to do right now is go into the comment section and put what stood out to you the most so far. Give us some things that you might have questions about. We would love to hear some more of y'all's feedback, and I hope you enjoy the rest of this episode. Yes. And so he just distracts you. Oh, Mormonism. And I got this Joseph Smith got this revelation from over here. Islam and Muhammad got this revelation from over here. This over here, and I got this revelation from over here. This over here, and I got this revelation from over here. Buddha got this. Like, let me ask: of all the major progenitors that have ever been a part of a religion, how many of them ever rose from the grave besides the one that we believe in?
That part.
Zero. They all living in a box with their bones collected.
That's it. Mm-hmm. Muhammad.
Yeah.
Buddha.
Confucius.
Yep.
Joseph Smith. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, pack them up.
But I need that dong for Jesus.
It's
like the Undertaker rising up.
He came back. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
More to come.
More to come. Literally.
Literally. Yeah. He said there's more to come. He knew what time it was.
He knew what time it was.
Bro, okay, so now y'all just said,
bro, I'll be back.
Look, bro, watch this. This is crazy, right? So in the book of Revelation, it talks about how John saw the one, right? And on his robe, it said the word of God. And this robe was dipped in blood. What's the assumption? Everybody's assumption is that it's his blood. Watch this in Isaiah 63, bro. I gotta go here now, bro. It messed me up. I was in there like, wait a second. It says, Isaiah chapter 63. It said, the end of verse 1 into verse 2. It is I, the Lord, announcing your salvation. It is I, the Lord, who has the power to save. Why are your clothes so red as if you've been treading out in grapes? I have been treading the winepress alone. Mind you, if you don't understand, Gethsemane means to press, right? So the Garden of Gethsemane is where he got pressed and where he started to sweat blood, right? So he said, I've been in the winepress alone. No one was there to help me. In my anger, I have trampled my enemies as if they were grapes. In my fury, I have trampled my foes. Their blood has stained my clothes. For the time has come for me to avenge my people, to ransom them from their oppressors. I was amazed to see that no one intervened to help the oppressed. So I myself stepped in to save them with my strong arm, and my wrath sustained me. I crushed the nations in my anger and made them stagger and fall to the ground, spilling their blood upon the earth. So the blood that Jesus is in when he sees them in Revelation is not his own.
Look,
Bro, that's tough.
That is gangster.
More to cut. No,
that is gangster,
bro. No, Jesus is a straight gangster.
That is gangster.
You think it's
that boy said, you seen him?
Yeah.
You seen him? That's the blood on my shirt.
Yeah, I did that.
No, bro. Like you don't like
someone a bow.
Yeah.
No, bro. But
that's the definition of who want it, dog.
Bro, who want it? Come get it, bro. I'm trying to tell you, like, bro, that's only one little part of. I'm telling you, you ain't gone through Isaiah, bro.
I need to get there, bro.
Go read Isaiah,
get there, bro.
As a fact.
I'm still on this plan. I just finished Romans, dog.
No, you good. Keep going. It's crazy when you're going through it and when you're realizing, like, and that's where I figured out, like, where he talks about it's like this adulterous generation and the wrath that he has stored up. And he's talking about his anger and his wrath sustaining him. Like, you don't understand. People think it's peachy and people think it's cute because Jesus came in. He was the one that was in the manger, and then he came in on the donkey. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that donkey about to grow wings on y'all, boy.
Yeah, no, he's going to turn into a horse because donkey signifies peace, a horse signifies war.
Yeah, boy.
And did you know also that on the back of a donkey is actually a cross?
Word.
Yeah, look at the back of a donkey. It's crazy. Like, it messed me up the first time I seen it. I was like, when they show you the shot from up top, you can literally see a cross on the back of a donkey.
What?
Man,
Yeah,
it messed me up. I'm gonna show you.
Yeah.
Every donkey?
I'm telling you, bro. Hold on.
Hey,
Hold
you
on.
saying Jeremiah, Isaiah,
Go ahead.
you in Jeremiah now, but boy, when you get to Hosea,
Hey, don't get me started on that. Don't get me started on
Say
that.
less.
Look, bro. Look at this. Hold on. Shh.
Oh, that's wild.
Bro, people
That's
don't be
wild.
knowing.
That's crazy work.
This specific type of donkey that he rode in on, that's like their thing. They had the cross on his back.
That's fire, bro.
I'm
That's
trying
fire,
to tell
bro.
you, bro. This
That's
stuff
fire.
that you
Okay,
when
real
you-
talk. How did they know that what the type of donkey it was?
Bro, listen, man. All this stuff you start to discover and you start to go through all of these things. That's what I nerd out about, man. Like, people got their things that they
You also
nerd out
think,
about.
like, there wasn't as many species back then as there is now.
Right.
Is the world has evolved and we've had this intermixing and
Mm-hmm.
you've had animals grow up in it across the world. You know, you've had so
Mm-hmm.
many species over time, but it wasn't a thing back then.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Okay, so man, this has been fun. I love talking about this stuff, but we gotta talk about Austin.
Yes.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into this
Let's eat.
because Austin, you've lived life, brother, and you know I know you was talking about how people was like they made it seem like y'all was like the old heads. Like bro, you right at that age right now. Your age is like say, oh, that's the new 20 because of modern medicine and things like that. And right now you're really on a path and on a journey where you're like, nah, like I'm taking care of myself because I want to live this thing. I want to be able to witness to more people. I want to be able to get more people, involved in the kingdom and stuff like that. So I'm going to, allow you to kind of peel back the layers of onion. You was at a church that's 150 years old now. And you know what I'm saying? You from the Northeast, but you ended up in Dallas. Like, take us through a little bit of like your story as far as like wherever you want to start. You can start in like teenage years. If you want to start earlier, you can, but take us through a little bit of like, who is Austin, so that people that don't know you can kind of get to know a little bit more about your story and why you follow Christ.
I can go, somewhat beginning, but not too early. I ain't gonna say like I grew up, where I was born in the hospital. And
When I was a wee little lad.
In the beginning.
No, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
37 years old, been here in Dallas just under 2 years. Originally from Indianapolis. Grew up in the church most of my life. Actually, really all of my life. I started when I first came up in the church. I started in the AME church. Right, probably first 7-8 years of my life. Then went to United Methodist Church. That's the church I've mentioned is 150 years old, and that really, helps me grow as a man and grow as a Christian. I was at church 3-4 times a week. I was at choir practice on Wednesday.
Word.
Then church, Sunday school. Then church. And then we got a youth meeting or youth service. Usually in the evening, at somebody either at somebody's house or a youth Bible study on Sunday. I was there all the time. Like
Word.
all most of my best friends all went to my church. Like that was like church was like a big thing for me. But
Bro, so
like,
y'all both had that, right? I'm gonna as you're going through your story, I'm gonna jump in just a little bit just to kind of add some things. So y'all both had that. So like
100%.
how did that shape your faith today? Because like I feel like there's like no middle ground. You see it do like I feel like one or two things. Somebody goes real far away from the church because of their experience like that in the youth, or they're like, nah, like maybe they had some times where they had some prodigal, but now they're like on fire for the church because both of you brothers is on fire for the church. So in that season where you're like 4, 5, 6 times a week, I'm in the church and I'm there, like, how does that shape who you are today? You said it helped you become a man, but can you kind of unpack that?
Well, yeah, because I mean, for me, I'm not gonna act like I never strayed, but I didn't stray in the same way. Like I just left the church. I strayed because a lot of my temptation was in the church. Like,
dang,
you go to a lot of these, you go to I remember the church lock-ins. Like,
Yeah.
it might be at church, but it didn't mean like we would look at the girls at church like, hey, what's going on with you?
That's a
Like,
fact.
the first breast I saw was in the Sunday school room in the church. Like,
damn.
You have the temptation. I used to be a guy who used to, older women. Like, I was like, I'm looking at the older women in the church, like, hey, how you doing? Hey, sister, such and such. This, that. Like, and like I said, I never left the church. So even like when I was out in the streets and living a life, whatever else, you just living, you live in 2 lives. You trying to serve 2 masters. Like, it wasn't like I was like, so like, I never got to a point where it was like, oh, I gotta come back. It was just like, I'm just not gonna let certain people see certain parts of my life.
Yeah, you half stepping.
Exactly. Like people, you get people. Oh, it's so good to have you in church, young man. Such you always doing good and such and such. I'm like, I'm drunk right now. Like, I wore this outfit to the church, to the club last night.
Bro said
That is hilarious.
I still got the glitter on me.
I'm still twisted,
I still
bro.
got the staple on my hand.
I was just about to say the stamp still fresh.
Matter of fact, so I always joke. So one of my best friends, we went to this startup church, like kind of like a social.
Yeah.
I mean, like when I'm saying it started. The first Sunday I was there was the first Sunday ever.
Dang.
Oh wow.
And so it was started by this gentleman who, he was a pastor and went to our school, right? And he ended up taking the gospel choir from our school, and they became the music
Word.
ministry. And so we go in there, and so we go there for their first communion. And very very first communion, get up there. I'm the very first person in line. I got one of my boys with me, and he took that communion like it was a shot. Like, picked it up, slammed it back, and then slammed it back on the tray.
Oh goodness.
We talk about that to this day, crying laughing.
Talk about some church looking up.
Bro.
And it's funny because he's now the church's drummer, and it's always funny. But he's like, he always talk about like, cause like, he's like, what they wanted us to do was grab the cup, grab it, and take it back to your seat and do all that. But I'm like, I remember how it was in my church. I didn't do that. I did nothing. I went, took it. Thanks be to God. Said whoop, and went to my seat. He was like, oh yeah, I follow your directions. He was like, you slam like,
Oh no.
That is
Hey, bro.
hilarious.
No.
Wrong crowd, dog. Wrong crowd.
That's not it. So wait. Crying laughing.
Wait.
But like, no, I mean, the church shaped me in so many ways because like I just experienced everything there.
Yeah. I think that's important. That there's gonna be temptation in this life. It says it in Matthew chapter 18. Temptation is inevitable, but woe to you that is to be doing the temptation, right? So like, you guys go through those things, right? So you have a different scope of like, okay, yeah, I've been through it, but I also got, you kind of like, when you go bowling, you take the kids and you put the guardrails up. The church is like your guardrails. You know what I'm saying? You don't ever, you bounce from one side to the other, but you still not in the gutter. You know what I mean? You're still there.
Hey, not just that. Hey, but if you throw it hard enough.
Knowledge is like, I would know. You throw that thing hard enough.
Yeah, you throw that thing hard enough.
That's a fact.
No, so keep going. So obviously you grew up in the church.
Right.
I just wanted to like,
but like even like my it's just coming outside the church. Like I grew up from a pretty affluent background. Both of my parents professionals. My father was the CFO of a large international company. My mom was an attorney. So I grew up a little different than a lot of my friends did.
Yeah.
And I really didn't know at the time. And really probably didn't know how fortunate I was until I was a teenager.
Yeah.
I mean, you get the friends who because like my parents weren't material; they're definitely material.
Yeah.
Like my parents made 7 figures, and had me in shacks.
Come on.
Matter of fact, I remember the first time like my dad my parents got so mad at me one time. I'm like, because we boys, whatever, we joning, messing around with each other, whatever else. I didn't mess around and sign my shacks with a fake shack signature because I'm like, they talking about me in these shacks, whatever else. And so like my parents like, why'd you do that? Blah blah. I can't wear these. Nobody wear these Kmart shirts.
But so I got to make them authentic.
Kmart was a store that kind of like Walmart.
I know Kmart, bro. I know Kmart one. Look, I know about all the Kmart moms and all that, man, with the little jeans, bro. Don't do me that now. Dang. I know the Kmart. I actually been inside of a Kmart, I think. Bro, come on now.
Bro said, hey, Kmart is just like,
That is so funny, bro.
Kmart, hey, you know what? Kmart ain't special. I went to Burlington. Nah.
Yeah, Burlington.
I mean, Burlington's still around, brother.
That is too
Kmart
funny.
is gone.
But no, it's crazy. Kmart was bigger than Walmart. Sam Walton just had a bigger vision.
And
But anyway.
JCPenney. At the time, it was bigger than JCPenney.
Well, you talking about Kmart? We back in my day, man. Used to go to Kmart because they had Little Caesars in there.
Yeah.
Word?
That's what Little Caesars.
Yeah.
Every Little Caesars you be in the back of a Kmart.
That's crazy work.
Yeah.
What? I feel like I just accessed some lore in my mind. Like,
look, that boy, Austin.
You walk to the back,
Yeah,
and
it
they got
wasn't in the front. It was in the back of Kmart.
Austin said, Unk.
That
Shit,
part.
like-
Word.
Like,
bro,
like,
why did I
like
know that?
now, like when
Bro,
your kids go to Walmart,
Okay,
it's like,
okay.
oh, if you're being
got a
good, you go to
McDonald's.
the toy section or
Yeah,
whatever else.
yeah.
No, if you good, you can go to Little Caesars.
Yeah, let me.
So like you're halfway through your shopping experience, you'll probably go or your Little Caesars thing to be regular at the time you get regular. You're like,
Yeah,
man,
let me
Let
let me ask a question because he said, "Why did I not know that?" How many times you been in Kmart, bro?
Bro, if I kid you not, the amount of times, I don't know. But I know for sure I've been to one because I remember like growing up, my mom used to have like the little coupons.
Okay,
Like, not the coupons, like the little articles they show like Christmas time,
yeah.
oh, come to Kmart, get your little jackets because it's cold or whatever. I remember that.
okay.
But do I actually remember going inside of a Kmart? Probably not.
I look at
Nah.
when I was in college, there was a Kmart. I lived in off-campus housing, and there was a Kmart literally across from our apartments. That's where we did a lot of our shopping. Was Kmart.
Okay.
Bro, I'm telling you,
Dang.
it was the plug back in the
The
day.
one that was close to me, it just didn't have the Little Caesars in it. But like literally, like I mean, technically, I lived like my street was behind
Yeah,
the Kmart.
bro. Kmart was the spot, boy. Kmart was the spot. We be in the
Sears, Kmart, and Toys R Us was the same company.
Bro,
Loved it.
Dang.
bro.
I think
Toys
honestly,
R
bro,
Us, fam.
that was the
I
greatest
was actually
store.
very
I
sad.
got another question.
Okay.
What was the best Christmas catalog when you were a kid? And why was it? Was it JCPenney?
What's the Christmas catalog?
Okay. Back in the day, JCPenney used to have the thickest Christmas catalog.
Okay, like those big,
like the
and they used to order them off of the,
yes.
the
Like,
the television
this
and
how
stuff
we thought
called.
about East Bay. It was the same way about JCPenney. Like
Yeah.
JCPenney Christmas catalog.
East Bay
had
was
every
plug.
toy you wanted in that joint.
Dang.
You don't even think about JCPenney and toys.
No, you don't.
Nah, bro.
No, indeed.
But I was circling every Power Ranger.
hey, going through and circling them boys.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Do I have to explain Power Ranger? I'm kidding. I'm messing with you.
Man,
Bro.
look, I was around with that PD. I ain't
Bro,
gonna lie.
wasn't no Amazon. But so see, they cheated though with their generation because their generation they had all the stuff they would do like all the streaming services. You know what I'm saying? So they get to watch all the stuff that we watch, but you had to have the VHSs. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Yeah,
I think. See, that's a funny thing because I did grow up with a VHS.
Did you?
And yes, and I specifically remember my mom was about to tear my behind up.
Why?
Because my engineering mind, I broke down the whole VCR,
Hey, you know what?
and then I put that
I
thing
did
back
that
together.
with computer in 4th grade.
Bro.
Back when you had to get like behind the computer and take
Yeah,
the screws
yeah,
out and pull it out.
Austin is joning, boy.
Like,
he said,
no, like,
you know,
seriously.
back when you had to go
but
behind the
fact.
computer and go like
No,
this.
fact. Yeah.
Working tech, I know you just said
Yeah,
big
for
old
sure. I didn't
big
study it.
workstation.
Had
You're like,
to.
all right,
Yeah.
No, bro. You know it's crazy.
Like when
What
your
was
favorite
it?
video game was on a floppy disk.
Yeah, that part, bro. That part, bro.
No, we was watching the TV the other day. What was we watching? Oh, we was watching Home Alone. And you know, Home Alone, the TV, it got the thing in the back, right?
Yeah.
Ain't no flat screen. Even back in the day when my dad had that big flat screen that you could roll around,
still
it
had
still
a
had the
home.
thing. It still had the
Facts.
thing in the back,
Facts.
right? And they was like,
that was me in college.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
They was looking at the, they was
Bro,
looking at the
I
stuff.
specifically remember, like, it is crazy because I look back at those times and my mom was like still like in her 30s. And I look back at those times, bro, and I'd be like, dang, like, my mom had a fire TV. She had a big screen plasma, and that thing still had the thing in the back, but that thing was huge.
No, it was
bro.
huge.
Could you imagine that in a dorm room, bro? I could not imagine that in
Bro,
a dorm
what?
room.
Nah, so
I mean, or like in a college apartment, anything, bro. Like I
yeah.
could.
We had one of those in the house. It was
46
huge.
inch
Yeah,
Zenith flat screen TV with the big butt on the back. Of it.
Yeah,
With 600 pounds. I remember taking them to our dorm room.
bro.
All up, I'm like, I'm glad I play football because all the linemen like, hey, bro, let's go.
No,
Let's get on the freshman.
Dang.
Facts.
Bro, I'm telling you, yeah, them was lot. I remember, bro. I remember watching Floyd Mayweather knock out Ricky Hatton on that TV, bro. Like, bro, I'm telling you, like, it's so funny because then that's the thing. What I was getting to is like these kids is like, what is that on the back of the TV? And you're like, fam, what you mean? What is that on the back of the TV?
That's all it needs to work.
Right? That's the whole engineering system. What you mean? Yeah,
That is
Bro.
the TV.
But
they don't-
Home Alone with the kids. They don't even, most kids ain't seen a D battery or a C battery that he had back in the talk boy.
Yes, indeed.
Like if they ain't come with it, if they can come with a charger.
yeah.
Like
Facts.
they might do AA, AAA, whatever they're for the
Yeah,
remote.
AA,
whatever
AAA
else,
is
but
the
like,
most
even
you
then,
get.
even not as much. Like
Yeah, you know, black folk ain't seen no C or D battery because the smoke detector always going off.
no,
That
that's
part.
the 9 volt. That's the 9 volt.
Yeah, that's a 9-volt. Yeah.
The battery only people use that as like a flashlight or something like that.
Bro.
Yeah,
all I'm to think was they ain't saying the
Yeah.
9 volt. Is it, bro? It be everybody. Shakur Stevenson, millionaire. He doing a video, dude. I'm like, bro.
I watched
You too grown for that.
I watched the pastor on YouTube doing a devotion all day. I'm like, come on, bro.
What we doing, fam?
I'm
We
like,
got-
you
listen.
at the church, bro.
Public,
Like,
public service announcement. African American folks, we gotta do better with these smoke detectors, fam.
Yes, bro.
That's crazy.
So easy to tune it
matter
out.
of fact, when you edit this video, man, put a smoke detector. Like 20 minutes from now, it's like, and they was just talking about somebody. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
That part.
Nah, it's so going through churches formed you to be who you are. So you grew up in the Indianapolis area. So talk about that and about what it did for you, college, and then moving out to Dallas. That's probably like a culture shock. You know what I'm saying? Going from there to here.
Not really. I mean, Dallas is bigger, but it's not like this cultural craze by any means. I mean, people think Indianapolis, they think, oh man, this small city. We're the 13th.
No, it's huge. It's huge. It's not.
Like,
It's
we're
not
just
small.
not. We're just not as big. I mean, there's 1.4 million there maybe versus the 8.5 million people we have here.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've also been to the group of affluent, so I had the ability to travel and have a lot of exposure to a lot of things. Basically lived in Atlanta at one point, was in a relationship there for 2.5 years. And so I was there every 3.5 weeks. So spent some time in New Jersey for a little bit. So I had that experience. Indianapolis did shape me in different ways. I mean, it's in Indianapolis. I started in public school, then went to private school. So I went to this school district called Pike Township. So when I first got to Pike Township, it was like 14% black. 14% black, 70% white. By the time I graduated, even though I didn't graduate from that school, I lived in that township. It was like 85% black.
Oh wow,
That's crazy. It
So
flipped on its head.
You see. You had Indianapolis. You had all this redistricting. You just had, you had people moving out to the suburbs. You had all this. There's a city called Carmel. It's in the top 20 cities in the world to live in, or in the United States to live in. Don't understand why, but it's an affluent area out there, and it's expanded so much to a point that really is where a lot of the white and affluent people have moved out to in Indianapolis. But I mean, Indianapolis shaped me in so many ways. I mean, I was an athlete, played football, basketball for a bit. I mean, I wish I played basketball was my first love, but I mean, my dad played ball, played high school, college, a little bit of pro. And I was good, but never great. I'm not gonna be one of these people. Oh, the coach didn't like me. No, I wasn't in shape enough to play basketball. To be very honest, even if I was good enough, I couldn't run. Especially I went to a private high school called Ritter, and we were great at football. We went to state 3 of my 4 years. Well, if you're gonna go out for the basketball team, means you can miss miss tryouts.
Yeah, you're gonna miss everything.
I'm a lineman. I'm an offensive lineman. I'm trying to play there. Cool. I'm not in shape. I'm sprint shape. I'm not running shape.
Yeah, that part.
That freshman trial. I was like,
this one may not be
he's
for
like,
me.
you been playing? He's like, I'm not starting, but I'm playing a decent amount. They're like, how you not in shape? I'm like, I'm not in shape for this. Like,
Bro, people don't understand, bro.
I got to push for 3 seconds, and then I'm done.
Yeah, that part. But I think honestly, bro,
basketball shape different.
Like I didn't realize how much I wasn't in shape. Like I tell people all the time, like rugby shape is different. Like a rugby shape is 80 minutes straight.
Yes.
I stopped doing that for 2 years. Went played basketball in a summer league. Never fell out. First game, just like,
bro.
He said, time out game.
Yeah.
Somebody
you gotta come get me,
fam.
bro. Because like that's a different. Like basketball is a different. You running, you jumping. You gotta.
I don't think
make
people
sure your
realize.
arms right.
But I was the starting quarterback. We went to the semifinal game. We was 1 game away from the state championship. I was the starting quarterback. I was always on the football field. And I'm a mobile quarterback. I got 2,700 total yards. So I'm like, I was always all over the place. Still get to the basketball season out of shape. Didn't matter.
No, that's a fact.
And we wasn't no scrubs. We was training.
Yeah,
Still get to the basketball court out of shape. I'm like,
that basketball shape different, bro.
Super different.
Up and down that court is different.
So sports, that's a thing. You've made it work. So talk about your relationship of like what it's been like since you've had your shortcomings, you've done the stuff, Austin, but then you've gotten back in line with God. Now you're a businessman and you're walking with God.
I think it really started when I got in college. So I grew up in the church my entire life. Sorry.
No, you're good, bro. He's comfortable.
We just gonna have to turn you up in post.
Like when I got to college, I knew I didn't want to just be a general major, right, by any means. And so I'm declaring early. And what did I know? I knew church. So I became a ministry major when I first got to college. So I was Christian ministry. And there's a few different versions. There's Christian youth ministry, church ministry. I never wanted to be a pastor. Never wanted to be, never felt called to be. I felt like Mike Moses, you need to recruit your brother Aaron because I didn't feel comfortable speaking.
Go to the next brother.
I didn't want to deal with the politics of church, but I felt like, and I felt that way at the time, but I also feel like, we're all instructed. We all have a ministry, and we're all supposed to to pick up the mantle. So there's a calling for each of us. So I felt like, okay, this is something I can do, and so started as a ministry major. That made me be a part of it, made me get my faith in order because I was like, all right, you have to go to these going to that school. You have to go to chapels twice a week. If you're a ministry major, you have to commit to a church. You have to find a church within so many weeks, and then they have to sign off that you came to church that week.
Yes, I heard about that. I heard about that. It blew my mind.
So I went to a school. It's called Anderson University. Anderson is a very strict school. It's not like the strictest school. It's not these ones you see that are written about, but we're not you see people like dry campuses. We're a dry university. If you went on vacation and got taken with your family and a picture was taken with you and alcohol, you're in trouble.
Ooh,
that's crazy.
If a teacher gets in trouble with some alcohol or gets caught with alcohol, you're in trouble. Now, we're not acting like that stuff didn't happen because
it did.
Yeah, I lived my life out there. It's whatever else, and it wasn't no teacher gonna get you in trouble because if they saw you with alcohol, there was a better chance they had alcohol too. You'd be looking at the store like, hey, Mr. Johnson.
Yeah.
I won't tell you won't. Yep, got you.
Hey, what you doing picking up that fifth?
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Oh, hey, brother, what's going on with you?
Yeah. That's funny, bro.
But it made you be on the straight and narrow in many ways. we college students, we wilded out. We did our thing, whatever else. But it really was like, all right, you're finding your lane. And then later I became a bit of an entrepreneurship major, and it kind of like, all right, it kind of let me be like, I've always been creative in different ways. Now, me being creative isn't me being like, I'm not a content creator. I'm not, someone who's going to be creating all the time. I just wanted, like, at the time, I just really wanted stuff for myself. Like, I realized I didn't do well with structure. Like, I was fortunate when my dad was in an important position, so I was able to intern at his company for 4 years. And it was a great opportunity that I hated. Not because it wasn't a great opportunity, not because of the company, but because I realized I couldn't deal with that structure. Like I couldn't deal with the same thing every day. I couldn't deal with reporting to this person, reporting that person, and it didn't work for me at the time. Now it does a little bit more for me now, but at the time, young guy, there's not a chance. I would have I would have been depressed at the time if I dealt with that, but at that time, it worked perfect for me. And then I was like, okay, I'm an entrepreneur. I can create. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to figure out what my lane is from here. And so then when I graduated, I took some time off and went and got my master's. But then when I finally graduated with my master's, I was like, I'm just trying to find something. I don't know what it is, whatever else. And my home church was like, hey, we got a youth program needs some help. I'm like, okay,
I'm here. Yeah,
cool. Like, but I had to like define. I'm like, okay, what does youth look like? Because I'm good dealing with teenagers. Yeah. Because I'm 22, 23, 24 years old. Like, I remember my first speech to them, I'm like, hey, I'm not your father. I'm not your mother. Do not view me. Don't call me Mr. Burris. Don't do none of these things. Like, view me as a big brother, like somebody you can come to about anything. Like.
Real and
especially because like is an old church, the reality is a lot of teen people are coming not with their parents but with their grandparents, people they can't necessarily relate to, and so there's division there, and then they might have issues that they just aren't feel comfortable. They're never going to feel comfortable to come into their parents with like, and I'm saying I'll protect your privacy as long as it's not serious. If there's something that I got to come to your parents, I'm going to like. But at the time, like let's have these conversations.
Yes.
Like I'm gonna give you a space where you feel comfortable. So like there was a church out of Atlanta called Impact Church, and they used to just do all these really cool things to like reach people, not just young people, just people. So like they started a football ministry, and so they were one of the fastest growing churches in the entire country at one point. This is 2013, 2014, somewhere in there. And so like they had a bunch of Atlanta Falcons who were who would worship there when they had opportunity to, and so they started a NFL ministry. So it's a men's ministry on Sunday mornings. It's like they set up like a pregame experience.
That's crazy. That's super dope.
And so like I just started thinking about like all the cool ways that you could reach young people in different ways. So like, can I use pop culture? Like there was I can't remember the name of the website now, but they used to do like pop culture movies as Bible study programs. And so I used to use movies and TVs for TV shows, and like, okay, here's a Bible study reference from this, or so I started a video game ministry for the kids, and like that was it was just a huge opportunity. It was like, okay, every kid wants to play 2K.
That part.
Like I throw a lock in. I remember we used to do a basketball lock in at the Armory every year. And I remember I got the PlayStation 4 the day it came out.
Ooh.
And the lock-in was the same day.
Oh, I know them children was teed up, you heard me?
Bro.
We had so many kids
Ain't
show
nobody
up.
going to sleep.
So many kids show up.
I know.
Like, and then like 2 Pacers show up.
Word.
Like one of my boys like, he's like, I work for the Pacers. I can hook that up, whatever else. Cool. Pacers show up. Like they want to play because they're like, we play games too. What's happening? And the kids are like, oh yeah, such and such. I'm like, yeah, this wasn't me at all, but thank you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But it's like,
dope, bro.
Like anything, like I felt like there was anything you could use to get people in the door.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Like
think
once they're in the door, great.
Because
like I think a lot of churches get in trouble because they like, all right, here's what we're doing to focus on our 4 walls. And yes, you are supposed to nurture these people so they can continue to grow. But those people who grow have to go out and serve the community.
It reminds me of something I've been listening to Manny and Ringo, and I just got, so I'm a little ahead as of right now, not ahead of his program, but ahead of my reading in terms of supposed to read the word and then listen to him preach it to art, discuss it. So I'm trying to catch up on him discussing it. And one of the things he said about 2 Corinthians is regarding the church, how some of the apostle or some of the super pastors of that time were trying to like point fingers at Paul, like, yo, you come big and bag in the letters, but then when you come through, like you humble and meek and all this. Now, fast forward all that, Paul tells him off, woo woo. But Manny Ringo, he says like a lot of churches forget that, like, respectfully, Sunday is not for the saints. Like, Sunday is not for like the people who are seasoned, like who are in the church, who are reading their word, who have found Christ. It's really for the people who are walking in the door, who have never experienced Christ, who has never been a part of anything of this caliber. Like, this is for them. Like, and I think social has took a real good step, like going forward. Wednesday nights, Bible study, like diving into the word, getting deeper.
Yeah.
Sunday, bet.
Sunday does not make any church. Ministries make up the church.
100%.
The connect groups make up the church. The choir makes up the church. The Bible study, the Sunday school, those things make up the church. Like the church is, for a lot of places, a place. Like what makes up the church is the body.
Mm-hmm. And that's been through scripture that whole time.
I would tell you too, though. I'm gonna push on that because not every church walks like this, but two very perfect examples. We were talking about them earlier. Is 2819 and Mercy Culture. The church is meant to equip the saints.
100%.
Your job 100%. From Sunday is to go out and follow the Great Commission of Matthew 28:19, so that people come to church, get equipped, and go get more people.
And that's the thing, yes. And that's why I say that's what we can hope to happen. Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna sit up here and say and I'm gonna renege that statement of like, it's not for the saints at all. No. Like, sure. Like it's definitely for us. It's definitely to equip us, like you said. Yeah. I think what I'm more referring to is just more of just the church. Some churches just hit up, or so, again, 150 years, 120 years. Mm-hmm.
Somewhere between
like
30 years.
Yeah, like they get so caught up in the tradition. Take your ball cap off. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
Yeah, like take your ball cap off. Hey, bro, you wouldn't wear a jersey in front of the Lord. That ain't true. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so you telling me right now that you somebody that's this old school person that right now knowledge talking about the scriptures, but he not holy because he got a cap on his head?
Yeah, bro, get out of here, bro.
Right.
Like, what we talking about?
And that's what I say is like
coffee in church, all kind of all kind of stuff.
Yeah, like bro.
That's why I said like, man, it's so like.
You see what I was talking about?
And it's funny because like when you grow up in it, it's like it's normal. Until you are exposed to something different or you see something different and you just like, or you just get like curious, like, why? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why can't, you know what I'm saying?
Why I can't have locks?
Why is it disrespectful for me to have a hat on, but it's not respectful for a woman to have a hat on?
Yeah. Part. Why a woman can't wear pants in church?
He cooking. Hold on.
I ain't never thought about that. He over here frying up. Barbecuing over here, man.
Women, I didn't see what in the.
I mean, that's tradition.
Yeah,
right. Like literally, like tradition.
And
like,
I ain't never thought about like, wait, why you ain't tell Miss Gladys to take her hat off?
You can't even see behind her.
That part, you can't even see behind. I'm missing the whole sermon.
You know, and I don't know. When I got older, I started questioning a lot of the rules. Like I said, like women, not being able to wear pants.
Some churches women can't speak.
Yeah, like to this day, like that's still tradition at the church that I grew up in. Like you can't preach from the pulpit. Like a woman can speak, but you can't speak from the pulpit.
Oh man, they roll over. They turn over in these new churches, boy. Yeah. They be turned up. Now we was talking about you being, creative. I know that, in the sections there were some things that we could talk about. Jay, what are some things that I guess because you like that stuff too, right? You like the creative and you like putting things together and bringing people together and stuff like that. So what type of things would you want to know more about when it comes to the creative, or some things that Austin was able to do to, like, I guess, bridge people together?
Yeah. So
Stop.
Oh, there it is. All right, great. Perfect pause.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
What you missing?
That one.
Ad
No,
read. I'm kidding.
that one.
I thought you about to do ad read.
Okay, we're sponsored by.
Brought to you by Mercy Culture. Are you looking for new home church?
I had to wait for a question. Done.
Yeah. Ask him about getting into merch.
yeah.
And kind of that type of stuff, and then you can.
And it's crazy. We got him here, and neither one of us decided to wear the shirt today.
No facts.
We've worn
We
it.
could have been like, yo, this.
like, bro, like, we
the brother
really-
right here.
I've seen it plenty.
Like we literally had
we got-
episodes
we got you know what I'm
where
saying?
like literally all three of us show up unplanned in the shirts.
Yeah.
And then the one
Pull up.
we got,
Now, hey, we need while you're talking, we need some more. You know what I'm saying?
No, fact, we
make it
got a
happen.
whole new branding kit, whole new logo.
You know what I'm talking about?
I mean, y'all got the new camera on the way. Y'all might as well. Y'all got a bunch of stuff coming.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Like, it's time. Y'all been doing this a minute now. Like,
Yeah, you
that's
know
a
what I mean?
fact.
it's just to continue to evolve and elevate.
Yeah, bro. Hey,
We
if
do.
you got more,
Bro.
listen, you got more ideas. You could y'all two work that up. Y'all freestyle the stuff. Y'all got it.
Yeah, we definitely.
Yeah, he got because he took a whole photo and put it on the shirt, bro. He could take the logo now
I
and
know.
like,
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, ooh, boy, this might be clean.
yeah,
I'm thinking about like, ooh, what?
yeah,
Hey.
for sure.
Let's go and do that bulk order. How
Well, I'm
much?
trying to tell you,
How much
fam.
that bulk order gonna be?
I'm trying to tell you, fam. That's funny.
All right.
Whenever you're ready to ask a question, he'll just resume it at that point.
All right. We are on you.
Yeah.
Go ahead and start talking.
So you kind of walked us through starting school. At first you was going to school for ministry, then you changed over into entrepreneurship, and then you got your master's and that stuff. So like at that point, kind of what transpired next. I know you actually did the merch for us. With putting our logo on the shirt and stuff like that. So what has your entrepreneurship journey looked like over the years?
Yeah, I mean, entrepreneurship has been basically most of my career. I mean, I've worked corporate for a little bit, maybe a year or two, but I mean, for the last 15 years, it's been entrepreneurship. So
That's crazy.
started a company when I was
awesome.
in college. Actually, go back a little bit before that. So when I was in high school, I was trying to figure out a way to just make some money. And so I didn't go the most proper rate about it. So I was the guy who used to burn CDs and DVDs.
Okay.
Hey,
I used to,
LimeWire was the front.
Oh, no, I was much worse than that. I was much worse than that. I was in the trenches. Like I used to link up with the dude who used to come to the barbershop and the beauty shop, and I used to I'll buy off of him, and then I would go to Myers like the Walmart of like the Midwest.
Okay.
And so I'd go there on Tuesday mornings when all the CDs and DVDs would come out, and then I told my parents. A lot of my parents said, "Oh yeah, I'm part of this computer program at school. This is before school starts." But I'd be in the computer lab burning CDs and DVDs, and then I'd be summoned in the day, and then I'd go to the other schools after football. Like after football the season ended, I'd be selling at other schools at Pike and North Central and these other schools. Like, all right, so
Hey, bro said.
That's tough.
I'm selling, selling DVDs. Like, you buy a pack. When you buy a pack of CDs or a pack of DVDs.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
The spindle, like that's a day that's gone is gone by the wayside. I used to have the little big binder of CDs and DVDs. It's like, all right, cool. I remember my parents were like, all right. My mom family was doing laundry one day. I got lazy, leave my money in my pocket. My mom pulled like $800-900 out. Like, what's going on?
He's slanging.
And like
He's
my mom
slanging.
is, it ain't just like mom concerned. My mom is an attorney for the federal government.
Yeah. She was not going for that.
So like my mom,
She was not going for that, bro.
It ain't just like the concern, like
Yeah, my mom was like,
it's
go
like,
for that.
what are you doing? Like figuring out, like, and it's like, oh, I'm just selling CD. Like, no, you just, but they don't make it no better.
Like, what are you talking about?
Bro, bro said, I was the CD man. What you talking
Yeah, like
about? I was the
I'm like,
DVD
I'm
man.
looking at the barbershop like twice a week. Like, hey man, what you gotta do, bro? Like, what's like?
Dang. Okay, so bro had his own CDs and you used to cop them off of him.
Yeah, like I would like if he
burn
had
them off
yeah,
the burn.
exactly.
Word.
All right, In Pursuit family, we made it halfway through the episode. We thank y'all for sticking out with us. Stay locked in. The conversation only gets more deep from here. While we here, take a second, like, subscribe, all the things, so that way you stay tuned in, locked in, and you ain't missing any episodes.
And so, and he didn't know what I was doing. He thought I was doing in the CD in the music movies, like whatever.
Bro said, I made you the middleman. I'm the plug now.
That part.
Because like he would like he would have instead of like carrying movies with him, he used to have all in his truck. He used to just have a list that he would hand you, and I'm like, you ever need that.
Yeah.
Cool. Like it is
you
what it
go
is.
flip
I
it.
had
You
all
go
this
flip-
freedom.
you go flip
but
it.
That literally led me in entrepreneurship. Like
Crazy.
because then I started like, all right, I'm gonna quit this, and that wasn't like my most immediate thing. Then I get to college, and I'm like, all right, now I'm learning how to stream some of this stuff, and so I'm like getting to a point. I'm like, all right, and now I'm got to the point where I'm making video games for people. Like back when you could unlock an Xbox, I can like, all right, and I'm about to double disc DVD Blu-ray, and I'm burning Xbox games for so. Oh, you ain't gotta pay $54. You can pay me $20. Like what's happening?
Yeah.
That's tough.
And still get on the
That's-
Xbox Live.
And I'm
you heard
buying
me?
like I built a computer with one of my buddies and bought a duplicator, and I'm like, all right. And then like I'm finally like, all right, but I'm loving this. I'm enjoying this. This is a passion of mine. I'm like now I'm just not administrative. Now I'm an entrepreneurship student. I'm like, what can I do with this?
Yeah.
So we had at our school, we had a lot of like Christian musicians, and they're like, I'm coming out with an album, I'm coming out with such and such, this, that. So I started this thing called the Legacy Project. And it was just me helping young artists with their music. And I'm just like, all right, you coming out a mixtape, you coming out an album, I'll burn them for you.
Dope.
I'll duplicate them for you.
Distribution. Oh, real.
Exactly. And so that was my baptism into it. Like, all right,
Dope.
I'll figure this out. Like, and I mean, I wasn't making no money off it. Wasn't making no profit off it because I wasn't trying to price it. Like, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just like, oh yeah. Like, and I don't want to like, I've never been somebody who's like trying to like take advantage of anybody.
Yeah,
Like, they come to me like, oh yeah, it's going to cost me $25 for some CDs. If it ain't going to take me too long trying to burn them. Okay. Give me $100.
Yeah.
While somebody's going to while if you charge the studio, they're going to go, oh, it's going to be $500. Oh,
That
shit,
part.
whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I'm in college. Like, I got all this free time. It's whatever. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go and make some profit off it. Why we here?
bro.
Like, that was like my birth into it. And then I said graduated master's in 2013. No, 20.
Yeah, he keeps speeding over that.
It's 2013.
Like he ain't got a master's.
Yeah,
degree.
like he ain't
That's
got a master's. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of speed over it because I don't really use it.
What'd you get it in?
Because I business administration and marketing. But
Business administration and mark. I don't use it.
but like
Yeah, you don't use it. What
like
you mean?
even though like I got into business, like the things I could have done all the things I do now with just my undergrad.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like especially going entrepreneurship because it's like, man, a lot of things I learned because I just had to. Just you're like, all right, this got to get done, and ain't nobody, I can't pay nobody to do it. I got to figure it out.
That part.
And so like like in 2014, I was I was a youth pastor or youth leader at the time. I must say I was a youth pastor at the time. I was a youth leader, and we were doing vacation Bible school, and it was summer 2014, and they're like, "Hey, we want you to speak on relationships." And then I was supposed to speak at a conference on relationships, and it was like July 10th. literally getting ready to speak. Call my dad. My dad's crying. I'm like, I've never heard my dad crying, but once when his father died, I'm like, what's going on? And then he's like, I'll tell you later. I'm like, I'm digging. He's like, and he tells me that like they're getting divorced. Parents getting divorced, and that was a interesting time in my life. But it led me into entrepreneurship in a different way. And I can touch on the divorce itself because it helped me grow in different ways. And but what entrepreneurship is, it filled a gap. I ended up starting a company with a gentleman called Eat Here about 3 or 4 months later. And I can't really say it was because I really wanted to start the company. Like at the time I can say this, I was, but like now looking back, it was just like, all right, I just did every waking hour to distract myself from everything that was going on. As I can come and we can work and I'll be here from 10 a.m. till 12 p.m. We in your kitchen, we just working and we putting stuff together. And I'm like, was I really passionate about that at the time? Not really. But it just allowed me to distract from everything else. I'm like, all right, yeah, such and such. We working on this and we working on that. And it wasn't a creative company at the time. We were a media company, but we weren't at the time. Like we were a restaurant. We were we wanted to be a marketing company that helps restaurants with their social media. And we realized two things we had really two issues. Companies that need help with social media, or the companies that do social media really well, don't need you. The ones that need it don't know they don't need it. And then you're also trading money for time. And so if it's just me and my business partner, we're going to run out of time before we ever make enough money.
That part.
And so we had to shift it. It was like, all right, what do people care about? They care about restaurants. They care about what to eat. Young people eat with on their phone first. They're going to like, oh, okay. People say the camera eats first. All right, there's all this stuff out here. How can we utilize it and build a media company around it? And so that was our thing. And so we just created. And so like, I was really more the technical person behind it, and my business part was the creative. But I got to a point like, all right, I'm trying to find my voice. I'm trying to find my thing. I've always created in different ways, just not necessarily professionally. And so it was just always like, all right, trying to find my lane, trying to tell my own story. Like even like when I got to a point where like merch for you guys, like that wasn't me like, oh, trying to be creative. Like I started making church merch because every time I saw Christian merch, it came in, it stopped at the 2XL. And I ain't been to 2XL since I was 13. So I'm like, this ain't working for me. Like, or you see, and like, I'm a big and tall guy. So okay, if I see that big size, it's still not a tall size. So I'm like, I'm still screwed. It's like, I'm like, it'll fit, but my belly gonna be hanging out the back of it. So this ain't gonna work for me. Like,
because the shirts that you give, fam, the material is dope. It's like comfortable.
Right. I mean, this is actually the same type of shirt.
But you see it, bro. Like he be the way he be, man. Them is. Like to this day, all my shirts that I done got from Austin, this is my favorite shirts, man.
Bro.
Like, we got one that say "Planted" on the front. We got the he got up. You obviously got the In Pursuit shirt, bro.
It's like I got the social. I'm like, man, y'all got crazy merch. This looks nice. And can't fit none of it.
Oh yeah, I got the hoodie too, fam.
Yeah, I'm on them.
Oh, the one,
bro.
you talking about the one
with the
white
Social
and
Dallas.
Oh man, that's cold. I'm like, all right, I got to figure out something from. So like, once I started cigar, like I've had a cigar brand. I'm like, all right, I want to do like. There's a ton of cigar products out there, but there's not enough cigar lifestyle stuff out there. Like, I'm used to like the dress up, whatever else. But when I moved to Dallas, they don't dress up here like that at all. They casual. I'm like, all right.
They be in the cigar.
I can do streetwear in this. Oh, perfect. This is what I'm gonna do. And I'm like, all right. Well, I got all this material sitting here, so I'm gonna start doing it. But like, if I go to my manufacturer or whoever's making my shirts, I can't just do one. I can't. One is gonna cost me $85, $90. So, but if I do 6, it's gonna cost me $12 a shirt or whatever else. I'm like, okay. So that's what when I first did my social one, I'm like, all right, well, it's like, you can do 8 and it'll be this job. I'm like, all right, I guess I'm gonna do 8. And I'm like, when I'm gonna do these 8 shirts, I'm like, then a connect group, I'm like, Bro, want some shirts?
bro, straight up. It's just, yeah, you want some shirts? Hey, here we go. That's it.
They're like, what else you got? Well, I wanted the white and black, so I got the white ones and the black ones. Oh, and I got these green ones too. Like,
I got all the colors. What you need?
Bro was doing it, man.
like I made this sweatshirt and all. What was we had like a link up after Stag at the bowl games.
Yeah, bro. He's like, what size you need? I said, I need this size.
I'm like in the trunk, like, hey, what you need this? Let's go.
I'm telling you, fam.
That's dope.
Nah, it's crazy. Y'all was both at that link up when I ended up getting that hoodie. Y'all was both there.
We were.
You know, that was the time. This is the first time I took you to Stag.
Oh,
for real?
that was
And I was there.
we all sit in the bar talking ball for a little bit.
Oh yeah, sure did.
Yeah.
Dang, that's
Because I remember everybody was looking
That
like,
is
sitting in the bar like, one dude was like, "Get me a margarita." I was like, "Oh, okay, here we are."
Yeah, no, that
did.
was crazy. I think it's always so interesting how connections get made because we had just kind of started hanging out with Knowledge.
yeah.
We started hanging out
That
with
was the
Knowledge
first time
because
I
of
met
another friend.
Knowledge.
Yeah,
And then,
yes, that was
because
the
I'm
first
saying-
time we met.
No,
Yeah.
and this was when Jameson was talking nonsense.
Yeah,
about
Jameson
how
had that thing
about how people on the end of the basketball bench are trash in the
I thought
NBA.
we were talking about the Connect group when you were talking about Jameson. I know because that's a whole different thing right there.
No. We could go there. I'm trying to.
my man. He did already came in and
I want to hear what he
defended
got.
himself. So
it ain't no need
I
to
ain't
defend
defending
him.
myself. I just got a different thought process than others.
Yeah.
do.
no. I'm trying to say
J-Mo.
himself. Yeah, J-Mo already came and told his story.
I know.
Look, we have a regular right here.
Yeah,
when it comes to the
yeah.
episodes, he be
Facts.
tapped in. No. It's crazy how you can just connect dots. Though I think that it's important. Obviously, like what I said that Blake said before, but like just in general, like being in a spot where there are more brothers in Christ that you're connected to that help you stretch and grow your faith.
Facts.
Help you turn yourself into a spot where things go better for yourself. So you talk about that real quick. Talk about how your perspective from the Connect group, because you said it when you first got in here. You was like,
thing.
I got some opinions about that stuff, but like you didn't really.
Because the Connect group was a beautiful thing, and I'm not active in that Connect group yet right now, but I would love to get back to a Connect group at some point. But I mean, for me, it was like anything I commit to, I want to be like, all right, I want to be there.
Yeah.
And I've traveled enough lately. I've been doing enough things. It's like I know I'm going to miss. But I love anytime you can connect with young men who are of the same mindset. Like you might be in different spaces, maybe different times in your journey, but like it's always great to connect with men. Like perspective.
Yep.
You can learn something from somebody that you might not have realized you could learn with it all, or just hear somebody's testimony. And it's like, all right. It's so beautiful. It touches you in a different way. When the first time I met Oscar and heard his story, I was like, oh my gosh.
Yes,
that one, man.
Brother Devin.
Yeah, tall.
Like, oh yeah, like that. It was just like, man, we're just having so many great experience. Like my favorite interview you guys have done is Jason.
Yeah.
That was a good
Yeah,
one.
that was a
I
fire
loved
one.
it. I loved it because like it's like him talking being called. Like what landed me in Dallas is I felt called to be in Dallas. Like I came here for 2 weeks and stayed.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah, Jay Charlie.
Like, and when I say like all my stuff is still sitting in storage unit in Indianapolis.
Crazy.
I've been here almost 2 years.
Dang.
That's crazy.
That's tough.
That's dope.
Bro, it's crazy. 2 moments that this has happened, and I don't want people to miss this moment, bro. You can see, like when you talked about your parents' divorce, and when you just talked about when you felt called, how heavy that is for you. Like you see, like there's emotion behind it where you're like, man, like no, I'm here because I'm called to be. Like I'm sure your comfort is, let me go back home to Indianapolis, right? But you felt called. No, it's no.
Bro said that ain't even it.
No, so actually, when my parents, I'm sorry, I'm gonna go back on my on coming here. So my father bought a secondary home here, vacation home. Got a girlfriend who lived here. In April of 22.
Okay.
And I've worked remote my entire career, entrepreneur, whatever else, and so I've been able to work wherever I wanted to. When at the time when he bought the house, he had double hip replacements, and so I was really helping him out. So I came down here, helped furnish the whole house, get everything going on and everything. So I'm like, I just jokingly, I'm like, hey, I need my own room.
Yeah.
It was like, sure. So got my own room. I started spending more and more time down here. I'm in a relationship at the time, and I'm like, hey, when we get married, we moving down here. She's like, I'm down for it, whatever else. And so I'm like, cool. I ended up getting engaged to her Christmas Eve that year. Wow. And I'm like, all right, bet. Let's do it. She's like, we ain't got to wait that long. She's like, when I graduate, she's that next May, we can move down there then. I'm doing research. I'm like, oh, bet. I'm finding schools, all stuff. She's the daughter at the time. And so I'm like, oh yeah, let's go. Like, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm looking all this stuff up. So like, it was always the plan to be here. Mm-hmm. It just wasn't the time I was going to be here. Mm-hmm. And then 7 weeks later, we broke up. And so, like, literally, we literally got engaged Christmas Eve. And before the end of February, we were no longer together. Man. And so when I came, like, me coming back down here was like, all right, I ain't been down here in like 3-4 months. I just need a break. I need to get away from it. I had literally left my company September of that year before. And in September, I'm like, all right. I'm like, my company, I'm like, hey, we're doing good, but we're not doing as great as I want to be doing. And to now not be a single guy anymore and trying to raise a family, I need to, move away from this and find something new. And so I'm like, all right, move on, figure something else out. So I have no ties at this point. Yeah. When I moved out of, I had a house, got rid of my house, started December. And I was like, because I'm like, all right, I'm going to save up for a house together. I'm going to figure some stuff out. Like, I've made all these plans that I didn't realize were a plan for me to be here at the time. And so I'm like, me spending all this time in Dallas beforehand, I've already been going to social. I've been going to social since April the year before.
Oh,
okay.
Wow.
Like, I remember my first sermon was one of my favorite sermons was first time I came to the
Which one?
What venue is that?
Embarcadero.
The Opera House.
Winspear.
Yeah. Law 5020.
Wow.
That's my favorite Pastor Roberts sermon. I've watched it 10 times. Man. No joke.
Nice.
And I was like, man, I love it. So every time I came here, I used to come to Dallas, I go to social. I make sure that I was, even if I'm leaving Sunday night. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm making the church.
Yeah.
Like, I loved it. I'm like, all right, bet. Like, this is, I'm enjoying myself here. And so I come down here for 2 weeks. I'm like, I need a break. So come down for 2 weeks. I'm like, I'm enjoying myself. Talk to parents. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna stay for 2 more weeks. There was a men's retreat in like OKC, and I went to that for like 3 days.
Okay.
And was like, came back, went to church. Was like, that's where I need to be.
That part.
And just stayed. I had my computer, I already had some clothes. I got a room here, but I had structure here. I had some friends and family that I already had here. I'm like, perfect. I'm like, all my stuff's in storage. I ain't got to go back and do nothing.
Yeah. It's just
I tell my parents, they're like, okay.
That's crazy.
My dad's like, oh, he's like, that's perfect. He's like, somebody be at the house when I'm not there? Cool. Mm-hmm. It just worked out. So like, I made the move. It was like, all right, cool. Like, I just gotta, start building life here. Mm-hmm. Which, like, and I made the purpose of really starting over here. Like when you get a new phone and it's like, all right, you want to restore that phone or start from scratch? Yeah. I always pick start from scratch because it's an opportunity to move all the clutter out the way. And I was doing the same thing here. I'm just like, yeah, I got some people I know here, but like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, you guys are my crew. Like, yeah. Nah, like, I got to figure out what that is for me.
Yeah, dropping in a place solo.
So can you talk about that then? So you didn't know that this is what was happening, but you cut ties with your business. You got rid of your house. You was doing it and thinking, okay, we gonna move down right after she graduate together, but then y'all break up.
Mm-hmm.
And then now you like, okay, after coming back from the men's retreat, you're like Dallas. So talk about
none of it was accident. None of it.
Talk about from then to now. Like obviously none of it was an accident, but how did you establish yourself here? What was it that you focused on? How are you now where you are today?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was day by day. It wasn't like I was like, oh, I'm gonna figure out a plan. I'm gonna do such and such. I'm like, one thing I wanted to make sure was like, I gotta figure out how to get into Dallas. Like, the house we got is in Midlothian.
Mm-hmm.
That I live in a suburban neighborhood where it's all families, and I'm the young black single guy. Ain't nothing like that for me over there. And so it's like, oh, okay, I got to figure out like what it is. Like I got to figure out where my people are.
Everywhere like that.
I got to figure out where my people are. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna spend some time. It's like I'm going to social and I'm going to events and I'm just trying to figure out, my network, where my tribe is.
Mm-hmm.
And I went out more than I've ever done in a month than I've done since then, because I was like, all right, I just gotta go meet people.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I did a lot of that before I was ready, because I just ended an engagement.
Mm.
And like sometimes friends just want to be there and they want to be there to support you and they want to just have you like, oh, I just want you around. Like,
yeah,
we broke up on a Monday. I was at a day party on a Saturday, like struggling.
Man,
I'm already
struggling. And like one of my boys who's just thinking he'll help out, he like, hey, meet this girl right here. I'm like,
Baz can talk to you.
I will cry right now. Calm down right now. Like,
listen, I ain't got nothing for her right now.
Bro, I don't got no sugar, no rinse for her, dog.
Lying. I'm low key. I'm literally lying, and I hate lying. But like, I can't tell you how. Like, I don't know you.
Yeah,
and I'm in a very raw place right now. Like, I remember, like, we ended up getting cool, and I was like, hey, by the way, remember I said I ended an engagement? So she's like, yeah, she's like months ago. I'm like, nah, like days ago.
Days ago. hey, like, baby, it's about as real as it can get around here.
Yeah.
Real as it can get. I don't got no filter for you.
I just want to be a friend anyway, so it ain't a problem. But like, I got to be real and honest with you. Like, I just wasn't in I shouldn't have been there in that space. But like, it was just like, I need to get out. Like, I needed to be like, just, and it wasn't like get out, like out. Like, I ain't like, people like, are you outside? I'm not outside.
I'm outside, but inside.
I'm out and about.
Out and
but
about.
I'm running errands. Like, like a girl was like, "You probably be outside." I'm like, "Don't offend me. Please don't do this."
Yes, indeed.
No, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Like, I go to museums and restaurants. Stop this. I go to Hobby Lobby. Stop this.
He said I go to Hobby Lobby.
It's hilarious.
Like what they say, I'm a quarter zipper guy.
Yeah, that's the one.
I'm a quarter zip guy. Like, no, please stop this.
I've graduated.
Like, I'm bored. Like, it was like, so like, it was just trying to find, like, cause like, I was on this weight loss journey. Yeah. Started that before I left.
Which, by the way, since I've met you, I know you've lost some weight, and you look good.
Yeah, I mean, I started out at 530 pounds. I'm 310 right now.
Cut up, bro.
But that's also me going back on whenever I said I'm not the athlete I used to be, because I played college ball too, like you guys. And so like, but for sure wasn't playing college ball at 510 pounds, 530 pounds like that. And so, but like, I never left the gym. Just like I never left the church. Like, but I just used it to hide behind stuff. Like I got into powerlifting just because it allowed me to carry extra weight and feel and feel good about myself. Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, I can be 400 pounds. I lift all this weight. Yeah. Like being in the gym, losing weight is the most humbling experience ever. Man. Because when you lose a lot of weight, you lose a lot of strength.
Right.
I was chasing a 500-pound bench. 225 now sucks.
Yeah.
That's real.
But it's crazy with the difference, because we started lifting together. It's crazy the difference between, strength and muscle endurance.
100%.
Like how like somebody might be able to do 315 2 times on bench, but can you do 225 10, 15 times? and the difference in what it does for your body and your muscles and the longevity and all that type of stuff.
And like muscle endurance can be different there's muscle endurance lifting and there's muscle endurance in function.
Yeah.
That's a fact too.
Like there are people who can't go lift at all. There's Jordan Seaton, the guy who was like first lineman who went to Colorado last year.
Mm-hmm.
He was so weak, but he was also the number one lineman in the country.
Yeah.
It's like, he knew how to, shift his weight around, but he can't bench.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy to think about too.
Yeah.
And football strength or like football speed, right? Like cats, you get on the football field, they fast, but then they run like a 4.8 or like Cooper Kupp run a 4.6.
And that's why, and I think too, like it speaks volumes into like where you have to understand where you are and respect where you are and be true to you and your journey.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I love too, like how we was talking, like talking about fitness, listening to, worship music in the gym, like going to the gym, listening to worship. Like I'll go to the gym, listen to worship music. I'll listen to a sermon in the gym. Like the gym plays such a pinnacle part, like in my faith walk, because it keeps me, I can translate it to my faith walk so well, because your faith walk has to be your walk. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't get caught up in where, other people are in their journey, what revelations, what understanding, the gifts people have, because we go to the gym together. Like I'm not lifting everything that you're lifting. Like, I can compete with you depending on what we do, but I can't, you know what I'm saying? But I have to be, have to be okay with that.
But
otherwise I'm gonna hurt myself.
But we pushed each other still though. Like,
100%.
It's the same thing as Proverbs 27:17.
100%.
You doesn't matter. Like I'm a bigger dude. Like, right now, dude, I'm like, it's crazy to like
This boy standing up like Terminator.
It's crazy to get on the scale right now because I think about it like, bro, I still move quick. But bro, I'm like 240 right now. I'm like, to think about like where I was when I was in college and where I am now, and still like on a basketball court, I can still move. I'm probably gonna run by you, and all that stuff that I'm able to do. Still, I'm like, bro, like, can you imagine? Because my wife is also she's on her journey of her own. Like I'm now in the spot where it's like, bro, you gotta get it together. I start taking these like pre and post biotic and doing this stuff and talking about like the temple that God gave you, taking 100%. Care of it. Like I take an apple cider vinegar gummy now, and it's like I eat way less candy. And that like obviously like I'm still getting the work done on like my teeth and stuff like that. But like I'm trying to avoid cavities and stuff like that. But like I don't have the craving anymore because I'm starting to think about, okay, well, what's best for me? How can I make sure that this is taken care of? Right. How can I like lessen the swelling? So like I'm still 240, but my wife's like, man, you look less swollen. What's going on? And it's literally just me taking some little supplements.
And that was the biggest like transformation for me, like in my fitness journey. Like I used to be so like caught up because I've always been the scrawny, like skinny kid, like always hard to gain weight. Like I swear, like bro, like I just wanted to be 200 pounds. Like I just wanted to be a heavy, like I wanted to be a big dude, but I never progressed hating like or being insecure about where I was at, like in terms of my physical stature, it never helped me progress. But the moment that I got to a place where it's like, you know what, like God made me this way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna take care of this because God gave me this. You feel me? This, like this is what He blessed me with, and so I'll treat it as such. And bro, to be honest with you, like I've never progressed better. I've never had been more consistent in the gym. I like my workout, my fitness, like it's a lifestyle. And it got so much better when I just started to like treat it as what God gave me, like in the gift that it actually is.
Can I give you something that the Spirit I think you're gonna say something. Can I give you something the Spirit gave me? You view yourself like that in the gym. I need you to view yourself like that in your life too.
That's a fact.
Because I think that because I've been around you for a long time, right? So I mean, in what feels like a lot longer than what it's been.
That's a fact.
But I'm with you every week and I'm with you all the time. And I'm like, I can observe, but like, I think sometimes you do this to yourself, maybe because of some things that people said in your family and stuff like that. But like, I want you to do that for yourself, not just in the gym, but just for yourself. Like,
No, it's a
God
fact.
made JP the way JP was supposed to be, and who God made JP to be is good enough. It's like, I promise, man, I see, like, no matter who's trying to like move things or change things or whatever, just
No, that's a fact.
hold fast to that,
Yeah,
brother.
no, that's a
That's
fact.
part of the reason I gave you that. Gave you guys that book. Like, it's about stewardship of your life in every area. Like, so many times as Christians, we think of stewardship about how we handle our finances,
100%.
but it's about every part of life that God has given us
Yes.
and how we treat it.
Yeah.
Yes, and
And
it's
that
so
changes your perspective.
It
on
does.
everything, and it helps you grow in every way.
That's dope.
that is a fact.
I want to add just one thing before you say something, JB. I ain't, honestly, that junk hit my heart just now. Of like, one of the key things I heard you say was, I never progressed being insecure where I'm at or not accepting where I'm at.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's funny because I told him when he gave us that book that I was like, man, I just gotta open up to my wife about that, about how I feel about that situation of like moving so fast where like you start to feel like, dang, like it's not enough. Or like, I'm at the point where I've moved so fast in my life, whereas like I don't know how not to just sit still. And sometimes like I told him, I was like, bro, I just don't like where I'm at right now. I want to be here.
Yep.
And like I think about what Lex told me, bro, you're 23. I'll be like, I ain't trying to hear all that. But at the same time, like I think that's it. What you just said, JP, is like, bro, if you will not progress if you're not recognizing where you at and you're insecure about it.
Yeah.
Well, even what you just touched on, what you asked me about the Connect group, and we talked about beforehand, like going back on stewardship, is like stewarding relationships in your life.
Yeah.
Like we talked about, being a man and Christian man and how you view how you treat women. That's a way of steward relationships. How we go in the Connect group and you're talking to other men, and it's like, all right, how can I help you grow, and how much, or not even just how much, but how can I listen and that helps me grow?
Yeah.
Or you guys are sitting around this table every week and you're just having discussions and you're building off each other. Iron sharpens iron. That's a way of stewarding relationships.
Yeah.
It's or how you talking to your wife. It's like, all right, this is just me stewarding this. Like, God gave me this. How can I allow it to serve us and then to serve Him?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I don't like people talk about a relationship and they talk. So many people about relationships, they only talk about marriage or a relationship to a female,
Right.
Yeah.
or male, or whatever. Whatever the dynamic is of the relationship. And people talk about like, oh, it's a marriage is a covenant with God. Yes, it is. But every relationship is, because God gave it to you.
Yeah,
100%.
100%. I think, and it's funny where you say that because I thought I just had in my head right now. I was like, man, I tell you what, a lot of my life, I was chasing women and trying to be in a relationship with them, and women were chasing me, trying to be in a relationship with me. But I never. Culture will tell you to not go and be like, "Hey, brother, how you doing?" and and not be that cordial with another brother. But I'll tell you right now, like some of the most important relationships that I have right now as a young man is other men older than me and being like, "Yo, dog, take this, figure it out," or being like, "Yo, dog, this is where I'm at, but you're in a good spot right now. Like, just keep doing what you're doing. You're gonna eventually figure it out."
Well, and then the other thing is, what people don't do enough of is having a relationship with themselves.
That part.
Talk to me.
Talk
to me because I need to hear that. What's up, man?
Like, I mean, we've all been. I mean, at some point, you've always been by yourself. At some point, whether it's you being a single man, whether you're dealing with your own sin, whether you're dealing with whatever, like the things you hide, the mask you put on, whatever else. I mean, so many men have struggled with porn. So many men have struggled with lust, other things. Like those are a lot of those are things you do by yourself, for yourself, to technically serve yourself, but you're not really serving yourself at all. But like, you have to figure out who you are and like serve and serve yourself so you can grow yourself. Like, but if you don't know yourself, you can't allow anybody else to know you or help you anyways.
Yeah, I think that's crazy because when he starts talking about, you ask somebody, hey, who's the person you spend the most time with, and they start thinking rather than right away being like me.
Well, because a lot of people
You don't equate it.
They
don't
don't.
equate it to
Like,
the same thing.
That's why some people spend so much time. Like I mentioned, the people talking about being outside. You know why people spend so much time outside? Because they can't stand being alone.
Yep,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
that's a fact.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like,
That is a fact.
and you can tell it just like the little things, like how many people have been to the movies by themselves, how many people have been to a restaurant by themselves. How many, like that's like I can't do that. How can't you?
Yeah.
That was me.
If you were at home, you eat by yourself. You can't do it out somewhere else. Like
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I need to probably get back to doing this, but I don't know how my wife gonna feel. But like, I used to like religiously take myself out for lunch or dinner by myself, order myself a nice meal.
Yeah.
I'm 30 years old, bro. I have never went out by myself to no restaurant. Like I went to the movies for the first, literally this year, bro. This summer, I went and seen the new John Wick, the
ballerina, yeah.
That's the first movie in my life that I have ever went to by myself.
So question: why?
Because
it's different for everybody.
Yeah.
So
I'm a twin.
Yeah, facts.
And I mean, everything that, I did growing up, like me and my brother at least did it together, if not,
facts.
Friends.
Then
and
you
then,
added
like
the
my
people
younger
into it,
siblings.
but you two was like.
But me and my brother we did everything like together, like didn't matter what it was.
And then you got married.
And then I got married.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then,
Are there things that you enjoy or that you're like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna miss out on this if I don't do it by myself.
I've never thought about that.
Right,
Like I've never had that thought.
Because my mindset's different. Because
Yeah.
I'm only child. I'm used to
Yeah.
doing myself with myself. Like it's second nature.
Yeah.
But I also realize that everybody has things that they care about, that they're passionate about, that nobody cares about, nobody will care about,
Yeah.
and frankly, it's not their job to care about.
Mm-hmm.
But if like, sometimes it's like, all right, at the same time, I still value this, I still care about it, so I'm gonna do this. Like,
Yes.
like even if like it could be the smallest things, like because it might be like, hey, we go on a group trip. Hey man, we all went to Orlando. Everybody else is like, all right, we're going to Disney World. Man, there's this cool museum over here I really want to go to. I'm not gonna miss out on the museum because nobody else wants to go. I'm gonna go because I want to do it. I want to enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it can be so simple, but like it's like, all right, I gotta figure out things that serve me, that feed me, because like I don't want to be in a position where I don't like, I mean, people talking about relationship, somebody's pouring into you, but you got to pour into yourself too.
Yes, 100%, 100%, and that's definitely something that I've
you got to replenish yourself.
Learned.
That's self care. It's like making sure you never run dry.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't. We don't listen to a lot of secular music, but there's a lyric where she said, "I love me enough for the both of us."
Yeah,
like you got to love you enough for you, like because that's where codependency comes in, right? Like I love the everlasting love off of my wife. I do everything I can to love her, and at the same time, she's got to find a way to love herself, or I can't. Any of the stuff that I pour into her is gonna do anything. Your cup has to be filled by yourself, like you was just talking about, to a degree. Otherwise, it's not like you got to find those things, right?
100%.
And I think it's crazy because what ends up filling your cup for yourself can be so many different things. And I think, like I denied so many of those things for so long when I was, pursuing business, because they shame you about these things. Like you can't sit in the crib on a Saturday and just watch football. Yeah. You can't, you know what I'm saying, play video games. You can't just do whatever is like, bro, like I'll be inside. You be like, oh, we outside. I'll be inside, fam. I'll be chilling.
The one of the sermons that I've listened to here with that Miles Monroe talked about management. And he talked about how you manage things, like finances, your job, your career, relationships with yourself, your spouse, your friendships. Because we often talk about stewardship, and stewarding well, but you can get caught up in trying to steward something so well that you start to idolize it.
Mm-hmm.
And so and so it's definitely like a point of understanding how you're managing your time, how you're managing everything around you. And that's something that I've been listening to that sermon on repeat for like the last like 2 weeks, because it really has helped me start to understand how am I managing my paradigm, like how am I managing my world around me. And so that's
I'm gonna transition this real quick. In the outline, it says this scripture right here is an anchor scripture. It says, "When you pass through fire, you will not be burned." That's Isaiah 43:2. So you talked about it, Austin, and about how you saw. So a couple of things. One, you lost over 200 pounds. That's crazy. Like that you were just able to do whatever it was that you were able to do, the discipline, the things that you needed, or whatever doctors helped you out, whatever it was, like big respect for that. But symptoms began with, your vision and things like that. Like I saw you were like looking something up and you put your glasses on and you took them off. They probably like get on you about making sure you got your glasses on and stuff like that. Can you kind of talk about, some of the frustration you felt maybe when you were like, man, I'm Superman. I don't want to be limited. I want to be this, but like then finally having to face that moment and kind of
Yeah, I mean, frankly, if as I reflect, so I had mature cataracts. So I ended up having surgery back in May.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I've been having symptoms for a year before that and just didn't want to face it. Denied it, whatever else. I remember going on a date maybe June of last year. And I get out, I'm like, I can't see. Like, I can see, but I'm like, I'm having issues with the sunlight.
Yeah.
And so I find my way home, do it, whatever else. The next day I Uber. And Uber there. I just wasn't feeling, I'm not feeling good. I have a headache, such and such, this, that. She's like, oh, okay, cool. I'm just hiding behind it.
Yeah.
I'm just not trying to face it. It's a pride issue. It's not a oh, I can't, like, it's not, I can't, I don't have the resources to go get this looked at. I just don't want to face it.
Mm.
I'm having a good time. I'm newly single. I'm out here in Dallas trying to make relationships and flirt and do all these things and whatnot. I'm like, oh, I'm having a good time. Like, this ain't the good time to deal with all this.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of addressing things, I just make stuff worse. So I think February, I go, I remember exactly what happened. But long story short, I've got to the point where my right eye, I can't see a thing out of it.
That's crazy.
Nothing.
Man.
Nothing. So I started, I was in entrepreneurship. I was in tech. I was a technical guy behind it, became a CTO. I'm like, all right, I'm changing careers. I decided to go do a boot camp with University of Texas, Dallas, software development, full stack. And I'm literally in class, looking at the screen like this. Still not trying to face it. I stopped driving. I'm walking around everywhere, still not saying nothing to nobody. I'm lying in class and telling people, oh man, I scratched my retina, such and such, this, that. Now, it's not a complete lie, it's just a exaggeration. Did I scratch my retina? Yes, 3 years ago. But but yeah, sure, it happened.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just like trying to tell everything. And then my mom comes to Dallas for Mother's Day. First time visiting, so I've been here, such and such.
That.
You can hide from a lot of people. You can't hide from moms.
Okay. Mama
And
got
so
that
but I tried. I'm like, look, Mom stays at the Fairmont downtown. I'm like, all right. She's like, come stay with me. I'm like, all right. And I Uber down. Like, wow. I'm like, man, I don't want to pay for parking. It's expensive. It's like $40 a day, such and such, this, that. We're going to be going in and out. That don't really make no sense. I'm like, she's like, oh, we'll just Uber all weekend. I'm thinking I'm doing a great job of doing it for a couple of days. She just keeps on looking at me. She's like, so what's wrong with your eyes? She's like, you can't see, can you? I'm like, no. She's like, how could you tell? She's like, you can tell how you walk.
Wow.
She's like, I've seen you miss steps. I've seen you do all kind of stuff. She's like, I've been sitting there. My mom's a big basketball fan. Pacers made the finals. We sit. She's like, we watching stuff. I'm all up on my phone. Like I'm just, used to chilling like this on my phone and stuff. Like I'm all like this, such and such. And so I'm like, all right. I'm like, I'm having issues. And so she's like, you need to get looked at. So I go make an eye appointment. As soon as she leaves, I go to like Lens Crafters. They're like, we can't see through your eyes.
That is crazy.
We can't see a retina. You need to see an optometrist. So or ophthalmologist, excuse me. So I'm like, all right, cool. Call my pops. I'm like, hey, I need an ophthalmologist. I know you've got one. You've got, you've done LASIK, you've done cataracts, whatever else. I'm like, he's like, all right, book a flight, come home. Go to his doctor. They can't see through it either. Dang. They send me to a specialist that like, hey, you got fully mature cataracts, right eye fully mature. The other one will be like this. So like, we need to fix the good eye first, and that way it doesn't progress because the other one's fully mature, so it's not going any worse. So I'm like, oh yeah, cool, let's do that. Sorry about that. And so like we do that. Now I was supposed to get my weight loss surgery. So like 2 weeks later, so I'm like, all right, we're going to book it. Like we're going to spend some time between it. And so then I'm like, my weight loss surgery ended up getting postponed. And so like a month later, I get the left eye done. So ironically, I only do this for it's the only reading glasses. I don't keep them on I don't use them any other time, but screens. Screens sometimes is because I'm a developer. I look at screens all the time, and it's sometimes like, all right, that's harder to see than I want it to be. So
for sure.
But yeah, it's like, all right, I'm just putting it off and putting it off and putting it off and being so prideful about it that I'm like, all right, it took someone else to call me out about it.
Yeah.
But there were other people who called me out about it.
That's crazy.
And I didn't. I just didn't pay attention.
Yeah.
I was on a date and the girl looked at me. She says, "What's wrong with your eye?" And I said, "What you talking about?" She's like, "Your eye's watering." I was like, "Man, it must be allergies." I ain't never had allergy season in the day of my life. I've never had allergy or sinus issues once, ever.
He said, yeah. I'm
never, not once. But I'm like, yeah, it must be it must be that time of year.
I'm doing it for the love of the game.
That's crazy.
Like, it's just like all like health for me. It's always just been it's been a mask. Like,
yeah. But what a sovereign God we serve that still kept you through that. Like you didn't lose your.
It humbled me in many great ways.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't like at first it was like, God, heal me, heal me, heal me, heal me. Just like I want to be better. I want to be better. And then it was like, God, if this is your will for me, whatever it is, let it be a testimony of your goodness. Like I'll accept whatever you want for me. Like, and I'll use it to glorify you, and I'll use it however you want me to.
Mm-hmm.
And like not like once I'm walking every day, like, and I'm Ubering places, then walking. Like I'm going to grocery. I'll Uber to HEB. And then walk to other stores and do my errands. Cause I'm like, I'm not Ubering all this. Like, you know how expensive this is gonna get. Like, I live in Midlothian. Like, I'm driving. Like, there ain't nothing close.
Yeah.
Like, if I go to HEB, I gotta go to Waxahachie. I'm like, whatever. Like, there's all kind of stuff like this. Like, all right, so, and that also. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm walking all this. I'm getting all these steps in. I'm like, that's helping me with my health in different ways. I'm like, all right, I'm just trying to figuring this out.
Yeah.
And then when you go through this, it's all right. The healing process is a few days, but it makes you rely on people in a good way. Because when you are an only child, when you are there by yourself, it allows you to hide it because nobody's going to see it unless you want them to see it. It's kind of like social media. You allow people to see the image you want them to see.
Facts.
Like, while I've told the story of my weight loss and I've told the story of getting my teeth done, I've not shared that because I've drafted this whole post about how I want to do it because I want to make sure that it's not me, people saying, "Oh, I'm happy for you," or you did the work. None of it was me, and so I don't want to get any glory for it.
Thanks.
And so, like everything, like I said, my phrase for the year is like, be the investment, because all these things are just seeds you're planting. Like, and you're being the investment to harvest. So like my word for next year's harvest. But it's not just me harvesting. It's every person, every relationship is harvesting from what I've endured.
Yeah.
That's
Major.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
That's
No,
good.
that is tough. That is tough.
That's good.
And so with that, how has your discipline and your relationship with your walk with God? Because I mean, clearly, like, the circumstances and enduring through this, you realize that you couldn't do it on your strength alone. So, how did staying in or being in community, because you was in the infamous Connect group. How did those things, being in social, your own, reading and discipline, how did you kind of stay true to that as well while going through the process? Or what were some things that you kind of read or would go to on, the days that it did get tough?
I think, I applied Lexus for that for the group you did. Because it's great to stay connected to people, and the Connect group is great, but you meet once a week, every other week, and then what is it? Because you might get into a point, but sometimes it's like it's heavy, and you're focused on one person. It's like I didn't get nothing from that. Great, and I'm glad somebody else did, but I'm like, all right, but. You get these brothers who are sharing scriptures and sharing sermons and everything back and forth, and it's great. It's like, all right, great, I can connect with this, and I can say, hey, bro, I'm going through this. You mind praying for me? Like, it's not like I got some brothers. I got a great group of brothers back home, and like that's why I can rely on them too. But like, they're not here,
Facts.
and sometimes you need some people here.
Yes,
and I'm glad you said discipline. Like, I'm working on a piece of merch right now. It's called Discipline. It's just discipline is everything. Because like that is it really is everything. Like your walk is focused in discipline. Like,
yes,
in every aspect of it. Like how you treat your health is you got to be disciplined about it. How you choose not to walk in sin, you got to be disciplined about it. How you choose not to, how you choose to just carry yourself as a man or as a professional, whatever else. It's all about discipline. Like that's how you achieve things.
100%.
That's how you grow. That's how you get to a point, you reach all these goals. Discipline. And it's like for me, especially on a weight loss journey, it's not just weight loss. It's a health lifestyle change. Like it's
100%.
It's not a journey because it doesn't have a destination. Destination is death.
100%.
Like it's something I'm going through the rest of my life. Like, and so like I don't tell people I'm gonna diet because I'm not. Like I'm like, it's what's the point of going on a diet? And you say, all right, well, I'm good.
Yeah.
Trying to put it back on. Like, no. Like, no, like, I might put some, I might get to a point where I'm like, all right, I'm happy with where I'm at. Yeah. And I want to maintain, but even that takes discipline. Like
100%. 100%.
And so like, it's just like, all right, like it's not like this little program.
Yeah.
Like this is life.
Yeah.
And so like everything, like I say stewardship over and over again because like that's really what it is. Like
that's dope. That's good
I
stuff.
don't want to get to that point where it's like it's something I'm doing for me.
Facts.
Like, yes, I can reap the benefits, and yes, God has blessed me in many ways, and has blessed my family and friends in many ways. But if I'm not using it to glorify Him and glorify His ministry and grow the kingdom in different ways, then is it like I don't want it to be self-serving by any means.
Would you say that?
I love that.
Would you say that in this season where you're at, and it's fantastic to hear all of this, where you're at, stewardship and things like that, would you say that you've been brought greater clarity in this season in the direction that you're going, or the things that you want to do, or how you are, walking through this journey that you're in?
Yes and no. I mean, it's yes, there's a lot of clarity, but there's also finding your way too. Like I got to figure out, the right ways to do things. Like I'm not while I'm an active member of a church, I'm not an active participant in a ministry right now. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, it's like, all right, I post my workout videos and my journey, and I'm always like, hey, this isn't just me about me. This is what this is. Like anything I want to do, I gotta make sure, but like I gotta figure out what that is because you're in a crowded space no matter what you're doing. And just as many times you're posting, let's say you're posting a workout video, workouts are now a place of lust in.
Yeah.
I mean, women lusting over men lusting over women. Like the fitness community is, and there's so much drug use in the fitness community and all things like that. And so it's all right, like I got to figure out what that lane is there that I can tell my story, say, where God's brought me, and show the goals I want to achieve but at the same time, weed through all this other things. And realize that, like, I've been in media. Like, when you're in media and you're doing it professionally, you're very caught up in how much engagement is this getting. And I really want to adopt a Rolls Royce philosophy. Rolls Royce doesn't post a lot of stuff. You know why they don't post a lot of stuff? Because they know their market. Most people who like their stuff can't afford their product. And so they don't care that they're going to get 1 million likes on a picture. All they care about is, do these 212 people who can afford my car, can they get this? So I'm not going to get obsessed with, it's going to get this many views or this many likes, because as long as if it gets to my audience, the people I'm trying to reach, it's great. And so it's one thing I admire about you guys, because you guys have been doing this a long time now. And yeah, I'm sure sometimes you might get frustrated there's not more views or more likes, but you're reaching the people you're supposed to reach.
That part. I know.
That is a fact.
It's funny you say that because I was like, you know what, bro? I was like, bro, I ain't looked at our analytics in a while. And I literally did that yesterday. And I was like, dang, we've been doing this. And I scrolled down. I was like, dang, bro, we've been doing this 7 months. And we, like, all 3 of these little arrows, green. And I was like, and I haven't checked it for the last, like, 3 or 4 months.
Bro. Crazy. It's
like,
crazy. Bro, one of my coworkers plugged us today, bro.
Oh, word.
Literally, he's on a call closing something. And he's like, yeah, one of my coworkers, he got this podcast. It's called In Pursuit. Boom, boom, boom.
Word.
I'm going to send you the info. And I was like,
word.
I was like, all right, God. Because, bro, I don't put everything in knowledge's hands when it comes to doing the advertising, IG,
And
all
honestly,
this stuff.
bro, I'm not doing a lot as much.
No, I'm saying
we used to. I used to freak out. Like y'all know, we used to freak out.
We did.
Yeah, we
and
used
you
to
would be
freak
like,
out.
bro, we gotta do this.
Dude, gotta do this.
And we gotta do this.
I'm like,
but I was just, we just started looking at it. I looked at them.
Right, but like that's even that like you can be strategic if you want to, but God's who's gonna put in who wants to, like, organic growth. That's what you want more than anything.
And that's when I flipped the switch, and I was like, okay, this is not a platform. This is simply an altar. Yeah. Whatever God want to do with it, you got it, God. Come on, bro. We're gonna work it out. We're gonna figure it out. But everything else, I don't even know how many subscribers we got at this point.
You might get somebody, and I think they might not see it right now at all. Somebody will see this 2 years later, be like, man, I saw this episode they did with so and so. Man, it was so beautiful. Blah, blah. Like, you watching Miles Monroe. Miles Monroe been dead
for
a long time.
Minute, you heard me?
But he texting you like he preached it last Sunday.
I promise you, bro.
I'm telling you.
I promise.
It's crazy.
I promise. And that's so fire too. Like that you say that, and that's something that I've been trying to kind of figure out too as well. And that's also why, like, I really don't even post and interact that much on social media. Bro, it's because I want to
off of that boy.
No, it's that not often. You never on social media.
I say he off of that boy. He off.
But question: never. Do you not post and interact, or you're not on it? Because there's a difference. Like I follow you, but like there's different. Like I know some people who are on it. Like they view stuff. They might be, but they don't ever post. They'll never share stuff. But like, okay, I see it.
I think I want to.
Like I may spend like if I truly totaled up the amount of time I spend a day on social media, I think 2-3 hours is a stretch. Like on
bro, you hour.
Like,
man,
like,
bro, I send him a video. 2-3 days later.
Yeah.
Like, I saw that video. Send me like, What video I sent?
You know, fact. I didn't forgot about the video. I didn't watch 30 other videos, bro.
But, like it's so much like perversion, and even like with trying to be like, you know, kind of like to share your story, to share your like. I try to, like, I'm with you, and sometimes I think I get to a point where I overanalyze with trying to be intentional on the message that I'm delivering, to where it's like I don't even want to.
You know, it's funny you said perversion. So I purposely will look up certain things and just like a ton of stuff so that the perversion doesn't hit my algorithm.
Nope.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah, no, you do know, like, that whole thing where they talk about that, where like you control it. I forget there's a documentary that talks about like the algorithm and how much it like literally controls you. But you can like literally flip your entire algorithm. Like those of you brothers that have struggled with lust, that all of us have at one point or another. Those of you that are still actively struggling with it, you're like, man, I got to delete social media off of my phone. Austin just gave you a pro tip. Literally, go look up cooking videos. Go look up football videos.
You know what's funny?
All this stuff.
The more and more I got into videography and photography, that's literally my whole explore page now.
Right, like I saw a video, one of them little funny videos, skit videos, and like, you know, the people sitting at the table is like a group of guys, group of girls, and like, let's look at whoever pays for dinner. Let's look at each other's explore page. And all the girls are like, oh my god, I got cat videos. And all the guys are like sitting there sweating like,
Yeah.
you ain't about to look at my explore page.
Yeah. Hey, well, I got some dirt. I got some bodies on that explore page.
Open my explore page. I'm like,
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was so proud that I ain't got nothing on
fam,
there.
you can go like this. Look, I'm saying, I be on this explore page. Like, I don't care. You can show the whole thing, bro. Like, look, you ain't got what?
That part.
You ain't got. This is my explore page. Ain't nothing on there.
I don't got it.
Look, ain't that no mine.
Well, I'm saying, like, you look, Philip Anthony Mitchell, sport. I don't even know what that is, but it ain't nothing inappropriate. Food, Bernie Mac, because I like to laugh too. But it's like, bro, like
if you see a woman thing on mine, it's a woman posting some relationship stuff with her in her relationship that I'm gonna send it to like the lady I'm talking to. I'm like, hey, this could be us.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, bro. But like, it's like,
stuff now.
it's like, bro, like before I couldn't have done that. Where I'm like, bro, put the camera on me. Let me do the thing on the Instagram and stuff like that. Because it's what y'all talk about, this perversion, like the fitness industry. Like, y'all ain't talking about fitness no more. Y'all out here doing the most.
You thinking, I'm watching fitness, I'm connected with this, and then it's like, all right, someone's half naked. What's going on?
You're nasty, bro. You're nasty. It's crazy. So let's now we done talked about like how that stuff has gone on. Like, man, 3/4 of the way through the episode, that's real commitment right there. Can't say enough about how much we thank you. We call this an altar. Every single minute that goes into it, second that goes into it is appreciated. It's seen by YouTube. It's seen by Spotify, whatever it might be, wherever you're listening or you're watching. So we do appreciate it, right? And this last stretch is usually where it gets super, super powerful. So buckle in, keep going, keep taking notes. And at this point, honestly, you probably could share this with a brother or sister. To this point, if you've listened this far, it's probably blessed you in some form or fashion. So anybody that you know that could also value from this, make sure you share it with them. This last stretch, it gets pretty deep. If you want, you should probably take a break, maybe get yourself some water, maybe get a snack, and come on back and listen to the rest of the episode. You talk about from yourself, like finally letting go of that ego, finally being like, okay, I can't do this by myself. Let me like, because obviously in Matthew 11, chapter 28, he talks about coming to him. All of those of you that are weary and heavy and carry heavy burdens, for his yoke is light and he will give you rest, right? Like you can do that with Yeshua. But how did you finally be like, okay, ego down, I'm done trying to do all this on my own. Here you go. Let me lay this at somebody else's feet. Let me lay this at the feet of the Father, like all that type of stuff.
I mean, I think therapy helped a lot. And in two different areas. I went to therapy in two different times. So I went to therapy August 2021. So I was, a lot of people go on those boat days, hang out the lake, go on. And so I actually went on a boat day in August 1st, 2021, and had a friend drowned. We were out there. Shook me to my core, and I was like, all right, I need to. Like I just gotta find something. And so,
holla at somebody.
Like the group of us who were on a boat. It was me, him, and all the women. They're like, all right, we go to this group, and there's like, it was a focus. This therapist just focused on women completely, and I'm like, it did nothing for me. So I'm like, all right, I gotta find something else. And so I ended up going and finding a website called Talkspace, and it's just a therapy app that you can access and do Zoom calls with, and you can find. And like, I found a Black Christian therapist, and I was like, oh, this is perfect. And so it just allowed me to kind of reveal myself and allow me to lean on people, because for a long time I would have never told somebody like how I'm feeling. Like you could talk to me, and people like it's funny because people are like, oh, you're so good. I'm checking on other people and these things. I'm like, because I don't have to check on myself. like it's good, like it works out, but like it's not because it's like, oh, it allows me to deflect. But like I couldn't rely, like everybody knew. Like I struggle with that. Like I struggle with the fact that like, because I got in the, like it's my friend Vince. He jumped in the water to save a girl's hat. Didn't know he couldn't swim. He goes under. I dive after him. We in the water 20, 30 minutes. Never found him. He washed up. They washed up. They dove and found him probably 200 yards from our boat.
God.
Caught in the tide. There was a sailboat tournament on the lake at the time, and got caught in that, and it just dragged him.
Just ripped him up.
Man.
And so he drowned in that. And so like I struggled from the point like I was like, all right, even though I did what I thought, I'm supposed to do, at the same time I'm also like, will people blame me for this? Like that I didn't save them? Like, and then I'm dealing with all these emotions and everything. Like for 2 months, every time I swam, or every time I dream, I'm back in the water.
That's great.
And so went to therapy for that. Allowed me to like I done been at that funeral and like just breaking down, and like of all the times I've been around men in church, like that one, it stands out more than anything. Like I broke down in one of my best friend's hands, in his arms, in a hug. Had the best cry I've probably ever had in church. And it was just like, that was like, all right, I don't need my brothers just for camaraderie, and I don't need them just to hang out and play. Like I wouldn't, like, I don't know where I'd be if that hug didn't happen, where I could just like let loose. But like it brings attention, because like
we done had them moments between the three of us.
That's a fact.
Where it's like, let it out, fam.
Hey,
Let it out, fam. Do what you got to.
You're right on that.
That's what you talking about. That is some of the most masculine energy you can have. I don't care.
100%. Vulnerability is the realest,
bro.
Like that is the biggest. Like you being able to come to your boy and be like, fam, I don't know if I could do this, and be in like complete struggle and just
some of the most masculine industry is being able to do that with your girl.
Yeah, for sure.
That part too.
I'm still working on that. But yeah, that part too.
For sure. Vulnerability, man. I'm telling you, being like, look, yeah, because
like I really try to hide. Like it happened. Everybody else called. All the people on the boat, they calling their parents to come to the lake, all to the marina. They praying with them. I call my parents, say, hey, such happened. Leave me alone. I tell them, and like I purposely did, because like my dad loves fishing. That's his thing. He fishes there all the time. I didn't feel like he would be great at that time, because he just would have been like, oh, so familiar. I need nurturing at this time. But at the same time, like I go home, I turn my phone off. I do these things. I put on noise canceling headphones, don't turn nothing on. I just lay there. People stopping by, knocking on the door, doing all the things, like I ain't answering nothing. And because I'm just like, in my mind, I just need to be by myself.
Yeah.
Now, not realizing I'm scaring everybody by this. Like you've dealt with this, like you've some people would be on suicide watch from this stuff like this, like, and people calling me, I'm not answering. I'm just like, and so it took me a while to rely on other people. Mm-hmm. And then I went to therapy after I broke off my engagement. Mm-hmm. And that's where I started uncovering a lot of like relational things. Like, because a good therapist isn't going to just uncover the things you want to talk about. They're like, hey, okay, look, tell me about your first girlfriend when you're 15. Like, what does that have to do with this? Or tell me about your parents' divorce. Okay, what does that have to do with this? Like, like I never, when my parents got divorced, I'm trying to like look at the things in their relationship and apply it to my own relationships. I'm like, my parents will get 41 years. I'm like, I'm not 41. What are you talking about? Like, why are you applying issues that don't even affect our relationship? But like,
tough.
you just like, all right, I'm just trying to figure things out. Like, I'm just trying to figure out, like, I'm trying to figure things out without dealing with the way I'm supposed to. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, I mean, but like, things require restoration. Like, and once I got to a point where I'm like, all right, I know how to deal with myself, then I can deal with others. Mm-hmm. And I can rely on others, and I can be vulnerable. It changed so many things in it. Like it brought peace.
Mm-hmm. I love that. That's good. That's good. That man. He took that. He ate that. What he says.
Easy.
That was
over.
Put it right back into
Knockout.
the full circle. That's that's what it is. I mean, I would say, you could probably move to Section 9 at that point. JP, he ate that.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing else.
He hit every bullet.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay, so the only thing we can really kind of wrap up from that is through that testament and the things that you have endured and the things that you are progressing through and have grown through. What's your encouragement to people today, having gone through those things? Like, what would you tell the next person from a standpoint of even, doing the things to better, steward, their selves, steward their walk, steward their relationships, encouraging through different trials and things that we have to endure in this life, from a faith standpoint and just in life in general. What are some things that you pass down or pass along to someone else?
Yeah, I mean, I think it starts with just getting to know yourself, getting to know with who you are, what makes you you, how you relate to other people, what's your why. If you're an entrepreneur, like entrepreneurship, they always tell you like you got to figure out what drives you, what's your why. It's the same thing that you learn if you're a parent. Like when you're a parent, your why becomes your kids. Mm-hmm. Or your family. It's like, all right, this is what drives me. But no matter where you are in life, whether you're single, whether you're married, whether you're kids, non-kids, you still have to figure out, you still got to have a why. You got to have that thing that allows you to be disciplined, that allows you to wake up when you don't feel like it. Mm-hmm. Like, because if you don't have that, a lot of times you're just going through the motions.
Okay.
And like, it's great to be a Christian, and it's great to say, I have this faith and I have these things, but being a Christian doesn't necessarily isn't always this happy-go-lucky thing. It comes with suffering. It comes with frustration. Mm-hmm. And you have to have those things that motivate you in other ways. Then like stewardship is discipleship, but it's also like you have to figure out like, what are those areas of focus for you that you can apply? Mm-hmm. Like, you might not have a ton of resources, but you might be like, hey, you know what? I've got this talent that I can bless people with. Mm-hmm. Or you might have, like, it's not just like, when you talk about the merch and I didn't ever accept anything from it, like, it's not just like, I have some resources I can help, but it's also like this, I don't want to benefit, like, I don't want to profit off this. Like, mm-hmm. Like I have resources. I I had a manufacturer. It's like, all right, well, this is gonna happen regardless. Like I'm spending the money regardless. Like, I don't need anything from this. Like,
told y'all earlier, heart as big as the ocean. But this is like,
man.
but hey, it's gonna happen either way. So it's just, hey, y'all go, y'all got it, man. Like, yeah.
it's like if you have the ability to help people, whatever that is. Like some people, like I worked in finance for a while as an advisor. Like I'm helping people create wealth. Like you can find ways to educate people. Like just like use your talents and figure out what that looks like. And but understand that like you have to humble yourself because it's not about you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Big one.
It's about giving God the glory. It's about, having a testimony. Like that's the one thing from my own story is like none of this, like it's all a testimony.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember T.D. Jakes has a quote that Christianity or the gospel is nothing but one beggar telling another beggar where he got the bread. Like I think he said, like he gives this illustration. Is like so many times we get to a point where we're comparing each other, and we talked about in the Connect group is like, hey, we're as men we naturally size each other up, and we don't just size each other up physically. We size each other up. Oh, so and so's driving that car. So and so's in this house. So and so, their walk price looks this way. Whatever else, and you really don't know these things. You don't even know. You only see what you want to see or what they want you to see.
That part.
But like ultimately, if we all jump off a boat and we're in the middle of the ocean we're swimming to the shore, Christianity says that none of us are going to make it to the beach.
Mm-hmm.
None of us are. And so whether you make it 300 yards and I make it 100 yards, it doesn't matter. Because for all of us, Christ died to bridge the gap.
That's tough.
And so
Tough.
that's like you can't get to the point where it's like, all right, I did this and I did that, whatever. You're no better. You're no better. Like you can't compare. You can't compare. You can't say, oh, I should be viewed this certain way. Should you really? Like, end of the day, Christ saved you the same way He saved me.
Empress Zoo family, thank you so much for sticking to about 10 minutes left of this episode. Man, you've made it this far. Finish to the end. Wait for the closing prayers and the thought. That's where God really, really, really does seal in the conversation so it can get rolling in your spirit. Please be sure to give us a like, give us a comment in the comment section, and tell us about what you really took away from this. We want to make sure we are gearing our content directly to the people who need it the most. Thank you so much for watching this full episode, and make sure you get your prayer at the end.
Yeah, boy.
Man, what an episode.
5.
Bro.
What an episode, man.
Bro.
What an episode, bro. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge always stay good with the noises. You gotta keep it tuned. You go back and hit the ad libs. I love it. So couple things. Gotta make sure we address it. Austin, where do we find your stuff? You gotta give people your stuff. You got your fitness stuff going on. You got your whatever it is. I'm sure you got websites. Well, we'll make sure you put that stuff probably like in the description or whatever. Like,
always.
so we'll get all that stuff situated.
Send it to me. I'll get it in
I
there.
got you.
Yeah, for sure. So we'll get him hooked up with that piece of I'm very excited about, what's next for you. Continuing to build a brotherhood with you. Yeah, y'all was talking about doing a photo shoot. Yeah, y'all get the logos together. Sure. We'll make sure y'all see the hot press merch. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Need it, and however y'all gonna get it done. I'm excited about that. I would say I would love to hear from you, brothers. Whatever it is that encourages y'all today, real quick as we wrap this thing up.
Man, dog, I'll tell you the truth, dog. This whole episode pretty much summed up my rough day. Real talk. This whole episode summed up my rough day. Because I'll tell you what, hearing this brother here say that it, from a person of, let me say it like this, I cope with life in 2 different ways. And both of these ways, one of them is obvious. One of these ways is very like, I just realized just now. One of them is pornography. 2 is hard work. And I mean, not just hard work, but I mean workaholic. work so much just to get my mind off of whatever the heck is going on. And to hear my brother right here say that it don't matter if you swam 200 meters, 100 meters, or 300 meters. And from a person is like, man, I don't like where I want to. I don't like where I am right now. I don't think I'm doing enough, or I feel like I'm doing too much and it's not going nowhere. It's like, bro, just let Jesus be the gap. Like, that brought a lot of understanding to some things I'm doing right now.
Right. That's a fact. And I just want to, I appreciate, you coming and sharing your story. Like it gave me a lot of encouragement, for where I'm at right now in this season that I'm in personally. And I really needed to, hear that story. And so I definitely appreciate that. It actually, it also sums up, like, I've been reading Ecclesiastes, and Ecclesiastes chapter 5 to be exact. Like, this whole episode, you read Ecclesiastes 5, like it sheds a lot of light. And so I definitely, man, I just appreciate you sharing the story.
I love Ecclesiastes.
Facts.
Ecclesiastes 11, 9, and 10 was like our youth groups like theme scripture.
That's dope.
Because it talks about like rejoicing as young people, but like trying to like realizing that you have to put away those things at some point and grow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's dope. That's good stuff. Wrapping us up, Ephesians 3:20-21 says, "Now all glory to God who is able, through his mighty power at work within us, to accompany infinitely more than we might ask or think. Glory to him in the church and in Christ Jesus through all generations forever and ever. Amen." I'm encouraged that though we as men may be stubborn, God is always going to be sovereign.
Mm-hmm.
And that he always, now I said this, you'll always find Jesus through community more clear than anywhere else.
Oh, right.
And I think that when you stop relying on yourself and you start relying on your brothers that you have in Christ, and you really lean into the Proverbs 27:17, and you like realize like, nah, I don't just want to be around y'all. I need to be around y'all. Like I told JP earlier, I was like, bro, I miss you, man. I feel like it's been, and it should only be 7 days, but it's like, bro, 7 days without like really like being with my partners. I'm like, bro, that's 7 days too much, man. Like we gotta figure this piece out, right? But it makes you realize too, in those moments when you have those convos where it's like, dang, I really rely on these brothers for a lot, for everything. I'm trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying? What's this? What's that? We pour so much into life, and we pour so much into our schedule. We pour so much into all these other things. Yes, you need to fill yourself back up, but sometimes you need your brothers to come around and just be like, just fill your cup that way. And so I would encourage you to find your tribe, as Austin was talking about earlier. Find your group of men, find your people. That's gonna help anchor you to the scriptures, but it's also gonna help you just anchor you to, being encouraged in this walk that we have as Christians. And especially in America, man, we take this thing for granted, man. It's compared to some of the stuff you're seeing like overseas, man. It's cushy over here, man, and we can sit here and boldly talk about the scriptures. There's some people that got to pull the dang magnifying glass out over this thing where you can't barely see nothing that's on the writing of the pages. So I just encourage you to get with your tribe and make sure that y'all keeping each other solid.
Not just finding a tribe, like not just finding a group of men, but finding a group of solid men. It's easy to find men, but some men will take you away from God, not pour you to it. And the same with a good woman. Like, there's a pastor a long time ago. Actually, there's two books. The book of Van Moody wrote it. It's called The People Factor. And he says there's a difference between a partner and a parasite.
Mm.
It's basically the difference between a mutual beneficial relationship and when it's not. Like there's a lot of people who will take from you and take from you and take from you till you run dry, who will never pour into you. And that's not what a partner is. That's just like, and that's relationship, but that's all relationships. Like friend, there's people who will call themselves friends who you only hear from when they need something. And they'll take from their relationship, take from relationship because it benefits them, but it never benefits you. And it happens so many times with your group of men, whether it's whatever lifestyle they're living, and they're you can find a group. You be like, oh man, we have a good time. It seems all good, but they got the same ones who got you in the strip club, and the same ones who ain't gonna say nothing when you cheating on your wife, or the same ones who ain't gonna call you out and keep you accountable. But yeah, you have a good time with them. Yeah, that ain't necessarily a good group of men. So it's finding the right ones. Like you're like finding a tribe isn't right. It's finding your tribe, the tribe. Yeah. And then like there's a quote from Jamal Bryant, and it's the mate a man picks will either push him in his destiny or drive him to the bottom. Something like it. That's paraphrased a little bit. Okay. But it's like, man, you gotta like the people you pick for your life can help you in so many great ways.
Right.
100%.
And they can destroy your life if you allow them to.
Man.
100%.
Man, he left y'all with the final word. I ain't got nothing to say on top of that. You gotta make sure somebody closes out with prayer. Let's get up out of here.
All right. Dearly Father, I want to say thank you so much for this day. Father God, thank you so much for you breathing on this episode, God. You breathing and revealing to us what is it that not just our viewers need, but what we internally need. Father God, I just want to say thank you so much for a group of brothers who knows exactly what it is and who is obedient to you, Father God, to say, to uplift another brother in the room. Father God, I just want to say thank you so much that we all made it here. We all had something to provide and something to give to your kingdom and for your kingdom. And God, we can only just pray that whoever is listening, take it and run with it, including ourselves, that we take it and we run with your word and we keep it close. In Jesus' name that I say this prayer, amen.
Amen. Like, share, subscribe.
All the things.
Appreciate y'all for having me.
Absolutely. Always welcome. Tune in next week.
We
got another one coming.
In pursuit.
In pursuit. In pursuit.
In pursuit.
In pursuit.
In pursuit.
In pursuit.
In pursuit.